Lords and ladies, welcome to Beyond the Source Wall, issue 14, House of Mouse. Let's get into it. Everybody's, well, we're down one. Tabs isn't here, but we're at the Fantastic Four power level, so that's pretty decent. Let's start with the introductions and find out what everybody's been reading this week. Let's see, Shawnee, what was on your polls? What are you going through?
What have I read? We've got Crossover, Heroes at Home, Seven Secrets, Venom, some DC stuff, Endless Winter, all that. And I've also been catching up on Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil this week.
And Klaus.
And Klaus.
Wow.
Yeah, me and Dave recorded a bonus for Klaus last night, yesterday.
Yeah. So solid. Go check it out. Solid. Did you read any other backlog? I mean, that's like a fucking full plate. So did you read any?
I think I'm on issue 14 of Daredevil now.
Ooh, yeah, that's cool.
So
yeah, dude, I really when I sent that panel in the chat of like the Spider-Man interaction, oh man, that was dark. That's cool. That's cool stuff.
It's really good.
Yeah. So what issue did that happen?
Few moments like that, Bruce. That was issue 5.
Issue 5, okay.
Yeah.
And then he's pretty down on the dumps right off the bat then, right? Would you say in the run? Like immediately he's beat.
Definitely. I won't spoil it for you, but there's a big thing that happens in issue 1 that
cool.
really paving the way for this iteration of Daredevil.
Zdarsky only wrote it, right? He didn't do the art.
No, just wrote it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Alrighty. And Ty, how you doing?
Doing alright. How about you?
How you sounding? Oh, you're sounding very well. Oh, it sounds great. It's awesome, man.
I was smoothly segued in there.
What was your polls this week? What'd you read?
A lot, actually. I'm surprised that I powered through most of it. The only thing I didn't read was Resident Alien, which I picked up by happenstance. I picked up a lot of some of the Image stuff this week. I was falling off of Avengers and Champions, but I decided to pick that up again. It was mostly Image titles for me this week. You know, Firepower. Far Sector this week, which was okay.
Far Sector's the Green Lantern thing going on, right? Yeah.
This last issue was interesting, but yeah.
This is the Green Lantern that's treating them like cops, like they're a corp, or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is that story. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, she's like a detective.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys read sci-fi, like books, like novels at all.
I do not.
Sometimes.
I can't read.
Yeah, that's what I'm
you just look at the pretty pictures.
Yeah.
So the writer's N.K. Jemisin, and she's written some stuff before. I'm going to start reading some of her stuff because I like this so much.
Yeah,
there was
cool.
She
is
had
this one of the
trilogy that I wanted to read?
This is one of the novelists
at some point as well.
Mm-hmm. This is one of those DC novelists that got brought in or whatever, like people who were writing.
She's a novelist. Just it's not a DC novelist. She's just a novelist.
But wasn't there a lot of people that DC was bringing in to write like
they've got
those adult, those young
books.
Yeah. They were like
were
writing
Zoom and Dink stuff.
Yeah, interesting. She's not one of them though, is what you're saying. No,
she's got a whole like.
Is just a novelist. Yeah.
Okay.
She's got a very dedicated fan base. Apparently, cool. I don't know this personally, but I've just heard.
I don't know. I can't read books. I'll be honest with you. My eyes hate following long lines. I don't know. So comics were perfect for me growing up. And last but not least, Crave. How you doing? Good to have you. What'd you read this week?
Well, I mean, we're getting in the Christmas spirit here. We got our tree. We decorated it. We got the Christmas lights up. I'm not reading Klaus, so maybe not that close. Not that much in the Christmas spirit, but
video and then see if you like the sound of it, and then read it.
Yeah, I mean the art looks pretty cool.
It is cool. It's good.
For me, it was just Origins and crossover this week.
Okay,
pretty light week. Next week's looking pretty big.
Yeah. Next week was looking big for me too. We'll go over that later.
You say Origins?
Origins.
What's that?
Yeah.
I forgot to read that.
I haven't even heard of that.
Oh no! I know that. That was with the guy with the staff on the first cover too. He had and it's about like a It's an apocalyptic world, right? In the
yeah. Apocalyptic world where like somebody released like a nanite virus or something, and it bonded with all the organic matter, and so it just led to the destruction of the human race. All life on Earth. Well, not all life on Earth, but you've got these weird hybrid kind of like robotic animals and bugs and birds and things like that.
Has it been a lot? Was it a lot of world building in the first issues or first two, or was it?
Yeah. The first
This
one
issue was kind of. It was very. It didn't really explain it. Like it was sort of speaking over individual scenes.
Yeah, it was more of a monologue throughout the entire first issue, and then the second issue really gets into what's going on.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm off the train when it comes to Boom. I don't know what it is. I need to pay way more attention to what's going on with them.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you saying like you hopped off because you didn't like it, or you just never you just haven't got into it yet? Like,
no, I never hopped up on the horse. Like everybody was hyping me up about something that's killing your children. I tried to bid for that, but it sells so fast.
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna pick up the trades honestly at this point.
Yeah, right. I know, but I feel like I'm going for the hardcover, baby. So I'm fucking waiting. You can't
see.
Make
like
me.
The thing is, like you're one of those guys that like you want to have the hardcover for your collection. So I dig that. I respect that. I only do that with stuff that I'm like invested in. Like I want to get a hardcover for Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle, I got the trade of it because they didn't have the hardcover, but they're releasing the hardcover. I think they announced a hardcover for Mr. Miracle, and I'm kind of fucking salty about it because I would have gotten the hardcover. So it was a good book.
That's annoying to me.
It's a cool book.
That like, you know what? This actually kind of ties into your whole thing about like barcodes. Like, why are they always like the thoughts when it comes to printing is a little wonky. They released the soft cover trade paperback for Mr. Miracle first instead of the hardcover. Why do that?
I don't know, dude, but they have like a 6-month schedule, and I'm gonna be pissed if I find out that like the Curse of the White Knight gets a deluxe edition version of it that looks like the deluxe edition of the first story, the White Knight, because like right now they're different looking books. So like like they do like a 6-month of the soft cover, then 6 months they hit the hardcover, then 6 months later they hit the deluxe, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? That's so weird.
You have more pages in there. You have to, bind it a little harder.
They get you on the people who are super salty and want to buy it and want to get what they want, so they buy it twice. They buy it once and then they buy it again. But
Dave, I feel like you should apply for a job over there at the printing at DC and just be like, look, I'll take over. Whoever's in charge, please get the hell out.
I just don't get the I would like if they could come at me and if we could interview maybe or something and tell me why the barcode has to be on the front. Tell me why. I didn't mind when the Spider-Man was doing like the 80 years of Marvel, like that little thing during like.
It's so easy to put it on the back.
I know. I just feel like it ruins really what they're going for. It's like this beautiful thing, and then look, this didn't have a barcode.
They'd rather ruin the cover than the advertisement on the back.
Yeah, right. But
kinda. But at the same time, like if you've noticed lately, specifically with DC, like they've become much more invested in advertising themselves in their book rather than anything else. I mean, I think occasionally
they're telling me they
advertise all the kids line stuff and all the action figures and whatnot.
The movies.
They're really rough with that. Even in the Black Label, there's no taste. You know what I was thinking? I was reading, I think, Boom, and I think it was Dark Horse. I don't think... Oh, yeah, it was this one, too. At the very end of all the independent ones... No, it was like... It was Norse Mythology. It was Dark Horse and Boom. At the very end, they have advertisements for their own books at the last, 3 pages. And you're like, I respect that. That's cool. I finished the story, and here's your back catalog of a couple more books, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, there were several pages in the back of Origins, way more than normal.
Yeah, right. Sometimes, I felt, dude, I almost thought it was the Boom book too. I think it's the Boom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Origins is Boom.
Yeah, 7 pages, 8 pages in Boom at the end.
No, it wasn't this one. But I know what you're talking about. It's interesting though, but I respect that it's at the end. At least they did that for you, and they don't put the barcode on and sully the work.
Sean, are you playing around with the lighting on your camera?
It does it automatically.
It's
kind of pulsing.
You're in like you look like you're in some form of like force field like phaser, and you're maybe
Really
abduction.
You gotta
abduction.
fix the hysteresis on that camera.
You got to
Fix the what? Sorry.
the
The
flux
hysteresis.
capacitor.
Oh.
Well, it's like a thermometer where, if you want it to, if it gets to, down to like 70 degrees Fahrenheit, freedom units, and you want the, AC to kick in, but if it's, right at 70 and fluctuating, 70.1, 69.9, it'll keep coming on and off. So for like a hysteresis, you'd say once it goes below 70, unless it goes above 74, I don't want it coming back on. So it's
Nerd.
just like fluttering around.
Yeah,
in
that's
that one
intense.
area.
That's camera work right there. That's cool.
It's because I'm sat like
mentioned-
between two different lights, so it's sort of
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
weird.
it's cool. You're like being abducted. It's fine.
I mentioned a
Yeah.
novelist adapting stuff to a comic book. And a couple weeks ago, I picked up this one called Cheshire Crossing. You guys familiar with Andy Weir? He did The Martian, the Matt Damon film.
Yeah, the
Yes. Yes.
really enjoyed that
Yeah.
book.
Yeah. So he came up.
You don't read.
I read that and it was very good.
I didn't
know
know
Yes.
you could read.
Yeah. For anybody that liked that one scene in Apollo where they, pour out all the items and say, "What can we make from this?" They made a whole book for that. But he
They
made.
really did.
He wrote. He was the writer for a comic called Cheshire Crossing. It was just released as like one singular volume, and it took Wendy from Peter Pan, Dorothy from Oz, and Alice from Alice in Wonderland, and put them in a school together.
Dang, that's trippy.
Wait, kind of like the Alan Moore book, but probably not as sexual.
Sex.
Yeah, probably not. They're all teenagers.
That doesn't stop Alan Moore.
No.
Right.
All right, real quick, let me go into some of this stuff after the introductions here. We got if you're new to this podcast, we talk all things comic related, weekly reads, deep dives, backlogs, reviews, solicitation, news, and blah blah blah, anything and all. As always, we can be reached at any and all the social media garbage. We have Twitter at SW Comics and the rest of them, Instagram, Reddit, Twitch, Patreon, Sourcewell Comics. If you hit us up on Patreon, you can gain access to the Discord for $1. Give us $1, as Sean would say. I should get that on a fucking feed where I can like press a button and it's like, give us $1. I like
When we have merchandise,
yeah,
when we start selling merchandise
Yeah.
and stuff, we can get that printed on t-shirts.
Yeah,
hats.
that's pretty dope.
We need to do a soundboard. Oh
Yeah,
my God, I'm
yeah.
investing in a soundboard.
I gotta get a mixer. I should have bought the bigger interface, and I gotta buy two things. I'm an idiot. But let me finish this up. If you would like to be on the show, just send any one of us a DM. We're currently looking to interact and build like a community of comic enthusiasts who like to talk comics. In order to do that, we would like to hear from you, the listeners, and offer opportunities for you to express your thoughts on the comics that we're reading and discussing, or anything going on comic related. So just hit us up and we'll see what we can do. I'd like to get somebody on and talk like an ongoing comic. I think it'd be interesting to get their thoughts. I already know how I can kind of suss you guys out, but like to have like somebody, fresh is interesting. Now let's go to what we have for what do we have for today? We got, and oh yeah, all right. Is that what you want to do? MCU stuff, Star Wars stuff, other Disney stuff. You want to do that right now, or do you want to do the
Joe,
news?
go for it. 'cause
Out the
I have
way.
no idea.
Okay, let's just do that. Let's do it. Go ahead, Sean. Tell us what happened.
Okay. So this week, Disney unveiled their next slate of everything. So all their MCU stuff, all their Star Wars stuff, all their Pixar stuff, they
You're gonna like
unveiled a lot. Yeah, there's a lot, and you're gonna take it.
Do you want to? Did you post a link that you're going off of, Sean, in the
I
Discord?
can do.
Yeah,
Give
just
me
so
a
we can see
second.
what you're going over too.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
so we'll start with Marvel. So obviously we've got WandaVision. We had a trailer release for Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh, good.
If there's no one watched it,
Oh, I didn't catch that.
No, I refuse. You know how I am, but
I know you. I know you refuse, but I thought the others might have.
I'm
I'm
excited.
desperate, man. I gotta watch something.
Did you, Crave? Did you see it? You did.
No, I haven't yet. But
Okay, you haven't yet.
That's only because I didn't know.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Gotta watch
Yeah,
this.
right. No, that's cool. Go ahead,
There
Shawnee.
was also Loki had a trailer released with an unrecognizable
I did see
person in there. Yep.
That's cool. I'm really
Oh,
excited.
man,
for
He
it.
Loki
spoke
Unrecognizable.
some of the trailers, but he's not going to watch them.
I know, but
I was trying to place him
Loki.
for like 10 or 15 seconds. I'm like, is that Steve Zahn? Is that? I kept going to all sorts of other actors. Like, it could be that guy.
Yeah, he was rocking grey hair, like a military cut, like
He
a
looks like
manly
like that guy.
stash.
What's that guy's name from Mad Men?
From that thing.
Man, it's gonna drive
You
me
mean
nuts
the
now.
main
Jim
character?
Leafy?
Oh, I don't know.
No, the guy with the white hair with the mustache.
Isn't that
That's Howard Stark.
Slattery?
Yes.
John Slattery.
Yes. He looks like John Slattery.
Howard Stark.
Wait, I'm confused by this list, my dude.
What's confusing about it?
Well, because a little while ago we had that conversation about Tatiana Maslany not playing She-Hulk, but this is saying that it's confirmed.
She's already been confirmed since then. She's been reconfirmed.
So then what is going on with her? Oh my god, is she being held hostage by the MCU?
Maybe. When She-Hulk
Tatiana
comes out,
Maslany, blink once if you need safety.
Yeah, she's going to be sending out like Morse code
part of the
messages with her
multiverse.
blinks in.
It's part of the
One.
multiverse. Like
Two.
in one universe she plays the She-Hulk, in other universes she doesn't play She-Hulk.
It's just
Schrodinger
weird that she would
She-Hulk.
deny the rumors and then now this is happening. It just seems kind of strange.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, she's been confirmed.
Weird. All right.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
We had a trailer release for What If, the animated show exploring different possibilities of stories.
I'm missing all these trailers.
No, but
So
what
we had,
was the
like,
trailer?
What If.
Only the first issue or first episode, or was it a compilation trailer of what's to come for What
Compilation.
If?
We saw a little bit of.
Ooh, that's fucking
So like
cool.
some of the stories include what if Peggy Carter got super soldier serum?
Yeah,
what if T'Challa was the one abducted by Yondu?
The Captain Britain episode.
Are you telling me Chadwick
Captain
Boseman
He
done?
recorded lines before his death.
Oh, that's fucked up. Sorry.
Yeah,
That's cool.
They
No,
recorded it all in like
No.
2019.
I'm excited because I'm just like, damn, I didn't know I had more to come from him. So I'm
We
so
talked
stoked.
about this.
Oh, I know, but my brain, it's mush. It's all mush eventually.
It's mush.
No, I'm just
Your
excited.
mush mouth?
I think that dude was one of the. I don't know because I'd never seen it. He was a great Panther, man. I didn't expect that.
He was
so
dude.
he was so awesome. What a great Panther. So that sucks.
You know what? Remind me to talk about that later because I have conversation I want to bring up to you guys about that.
But that's awesome because I want to see this because that's really cool. That's a cool like little plot like that's gonna be unfold.
Wait, is the Mysterious Benedict Society supposed to be dedicated to Benedict Cumberbatch?
You bastard.
It's also been announced before, but we've got Ms. Marvel starting on Disney Plus.
Controversial.
Starring
I don't know
Kamala
why
Khan.
it's controversial. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that. For
It's
some
'cause
reason, it's
a Muslim
controversial.
superhero.
Yeah, I don't
The
know. I just,
Marvelous
not-
Miss Marvel.
yeah, I know. No,
It's
I'm
all
just
the
saying. I'm just saying. I saw the
It's
news.
the same reason Black Panther was controversial.
You're right. But I did.
Ooh.
But did
It's
anybody?
a non-white American,
Is that really what the
superhero.
controversial article was about? When I didn't click on
probably.
it. Okay, I want to know though.
I mean,
because I didn't know if any of you clicked.
I hate
on it.
I hate to confirm this, but unfortunately, the news media in America is kind of fucking racist. I'm sorry, I'm telling you this now.
I just wonder.
You're racist.
The FBI and like NSA are going to kick in his door in a minute and just get dragged away.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Or,
Yep,
like,
we
they're
gotta
wearing, like, the
change from
sort of
SW
FBI
comics to we gotta change to SJW comics.
Oh yeah, like once a year we create we
We
change
just, like, Little carrot Just a little carrot inserting that J right there.
Yeah.
I actually would totally dig that, and if we can just troll this shit out of all these fucking assholes
No,
online.
we would have to gain mass appeal and then do it for like one of those like blackout, like, oh no, their logo's gone, and then like they've revealed to be, you know what I mean, like some old
SJ Warriors.
Yeah, you're like fuck. Yeah, so cool. What else was
Put
there?
in
Any
the
other
Power Rangers font.
Was there any other Marvel stuff?
Yeah.
What else?
We're not done. We are not done.
Jesus. I know.
I know. So Hawkeye has officially been confirmed now because I think it was just rumored before casting began, or I don't really know.
No,
it wasn't in their original slate though.
They had. I know they only had like a logo. They didn't reveal their when they.
No. We covered this last week. They have 6 confirmed cast members.
No. I'm saying like 6 months ago when they revealed like Phase 5 or 4 or 5, they showed like a Hawkeye logo and that was it. It was just like a logo.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, but we've got Haley Steinfeld playing Kate Bishop,
Cool beans,
and some set photos have been released.
I hope that's good news. I really don't. Am I supposed to know who Haley Steinfeld is? Like what?
Yeah.
What's she been in?
Well-known
Bumblebee.
What is it?
Bumblebee
Tuna.
Like, oh, I don't think I ever saw it.
I'm sorry. That was such a reach. I'm sorry.
Oh my god,
Jim's in my head all the time.
Memories of that. Godzilla is hungry for Bumblebee tuna.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
with Tatiana Maslany finally confirmed to play her. Cool. And it's going to be a comedy series also starring Mark Ruffalo and Tim Roth, who played Abomination.
This is awesome. I feel like that's such a breath of fresh air, man. That's crazy. Dude, that's so weird.
Okay, unpopular opinion. I actually really liked the Edward Norton Hulk movie. I liked it a lot.
I think that's an unpopular opinion.
It was solid. Wasn't the best.
I've actually had people tell me they don't like it at all.
I don't think the tone would have ever fit with the rest of the MCU. I still like the movie. I just don't think it.
People over. They're bringing. Aren't they bringing Liv Tyler in some way? They keep talking about it.
I think
I've heard rumors.
The guy who was turning into what's his face,
the Master,
the big
Tim Roth.
Yeah, him. Yeah, he was in the. I think he was.
But we're forgetting the big one. They brought in
Abomination,
General Ross.
Yeah, Thunderbolts.
He was always going to be because they're doing the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's where Liv Tyler
he's already made the jump from that movie, though.
Yeah.
So
here's the thing. Oh God.
I was just going to say, you actually brought this up exactly. The thing is, like, I've been waiting for them to make a decent Hulk movie for years and then bring in the Master, because Professor Hulk versus the Master, are you fucking kidding me? Let's fucking go!
I don't think he knows how the microphones work.
It
works. I'm totally down for that.
Marvel and Disney didn't own the rights to Hulk. He is owned by Universal.
Damn, I was going to say something.
They bought the rights now, haven't they?
Just recently. Yeah. The Disney lawyers, man, they're vicious.
Did any of you hear that? So when they were plotting out the original for Endgame, the Hulk snap, he was supposed to snap and turn red and like then turn back to green.
No.
Yeah, like he was going to snap with the gauntlet. It was going to turn him red and like fry him or something, or expose
the right place to do that.
Expose it, and then it was going to like suck it back out or whatever, and he was going to like, but then they swapped it out.
I don't like that.
And then they swapped it out for him. They swapped it out for him like passing out. Yeah.
Sure.
But I think they really missed like a huge opportunity for like the Soul World. I don't get why they would utilize the Soul World on the snap and then never not use it again, like in the scene.
Yeah, Sean has something he wants to say in response to this.
This isn't confirmed yet, but in the trailer, it looked a lot like we saw Black Widow in the Soul.
Yeah, because she should have been there, and Tony Stark. Tony Stark
was the Loki one, wasn't it?
Yeah. What did I say?
She should have said.
You didn't really see what trailer.
She should have said, "Did you do
the
it?"
Trailer.
And he should have said yes, and then she should have said, "What did it cost?" And he should have said everything. That's what he should have said. The exact same thing Thanos said. It's poetry, dude. It's fucking Shakespeare.
That would have been really good.
It's fucking Shakespeare.
They should have had Mr. Krabs go get the soul
oh shit!
He could have just thrown some money down, and we would, we wouldn't have sacrificed.
Who's holding me money?
Oh my god, that's actually If Krabs came in, oh man,
grab a screenshot.
nobody. You can bet nobody would have saw that coming. I feel like, and I would have been okay. Holy fuck, that's funny.
My guy, I'm looking at this list for all the releases. This is
So are we
this is a
confirming
thick
that
list.
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is going to be 3, or it's going to be a 30-minute
No, it's a
animated
special.
film?
Oh my god.
And it's not coming for 2 years.
Oh wow, 2 Christmases. So wait a sec. Is it?
Wait, you missed your jump in the list.
Oh.
We have.
You skipped over Moon Knight.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at the picture I'm sending in the chat now. That is definitely Black Widow, isn't it?
Well, I always
Sitting on
thought
the
she
rock?
should have been
Yeah.
there. And then
Yeah.
Tony, and then this is what's
That's
going to
totally
happen.
right.
I'm sorry. Let me finish my story. Tony's then going
Go
to
for it.
say, going to tell the Soul Gods or whatever that I'm staying here and she's going back. She's going to wake up on Vormir. The Guardians are going to go to Vormir looking for Gamora and going to find her instead. Or that's how it's
You
going
remember
down.
the names of the planets. That's impressive to me.
Yeah. So that's how I feel like. So just remember that on this podcast, I called it right there. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I just-
mark it down. Put a pin in it.
Kind of. I feel like that would kind of redeem.
Mark your territory.
Yeah,
I feel like that kind of redeemed the ending of Endgame, where they
pee a
didn't
little.
sort of acknowledge she'd died.
Wait.
Because they gave Tony like this big funeral, and then they sort of just didn't really acknowledge her not being there.
They did.
Yeah, I really
yeah,
wasn't.
That's a good
Moon-
point.
We've got Moon Knight confirmed, and I think the rumors are still that not Pedro Pascal, Oscar Isaac.
Oscar
Sure.
Isaac.
The
That's
Oscar
really
Isaac is
cool.
playing
That's
him.
really cool. I think he's
I'm
gonna
pulling
kill
for
it.
Bruce Willis
What for Moon Knight? For Moon Knight?
for Moon Knighting.
Damn, that's great. Oh, for Moon Knighting. Oh, I see where you're going. You're full of it. You're
God
full of
damn
it.
it, Craven.
Hey, before he was an action star, he was a television star.
Yeah.
Yes, he
doing
was.
comedic roles.
Well, because he wasn't considered. You know, I'm not going to get into it. Anyways,
We all saw that earlier
Moon
today.
Knight.
We've got
he's having a hard time
Secret
getting
Invasion.
through this list. We can do it.
Stop distracting me. We've got Secret Invasion, which is returning Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury and
I'm super stoked.
Ben Mendelsohn as Talos, the Skrull.
Whoa. I just had a burp come up. Sorry, I just had a burp come up. That was like ridiculous. I couldn't even stop it. I was like, what the hell? Go ahead. Jeez.
Or can I carry on with the list?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have an Ironheart series with Riri Williams taking over the Iron Man mantle, starring
Okay,
Dominique
you know what?
Thorne.
I'm doing it. I'm going to go buy that issue 7 of Invincible Iron Man right now.
Do it,
Done.
baby. Do it.
Then we've got Armor Wars, which is starring Don Cheadle's Rhodey, War
Okay.
Machine, exploring what happens if Tony Stark's tech falls into the wrong hands.
The Mandarin.
So I wonder if this is going to lead into
The Mandarin.
Saying Cheadle wrong all this time.
The
Is that how you
Mandarin.
guys say it
how
over
did
there?
I say it?
Sounded like you said Cheadles.
Did you say Cheadle?
No, he's a Cheadle.
Cheadle.
He's British. Leave him alone.
Don
Yes.
Cheadle.
I'm saying
Cheadle.
Sean's probably saying it the right way, and we've been saying it the wrong way this whole
Don
time.
Cheadle. Cheadle.
Cheadle.
Leave him alone. He can't help it.
Hey, me.
That's really cool. It's
Um,
going. He's going to go to the Mandarin. That's how they're going to lead into Shang-Chi. The 10
Maybe.
Rings. Yeah.
Maybe.
Listen,
I
buddy.
saw someone on Reddit
already
say,
listen.
could Sam Rockwell
Listen,
come back with
I'm
his
gonna
Justin Hammer?
be honest with you guys. When I was in like 10th grade, the 12th grader, his name was. Oh, I won't dox him. No. Okay. He was a
Name and
French.
shame.
He was a Frenchman from Quebec, and he wore a
Quebec.
hat. He wore a hat and everything, and he had that about him. And he had fucking predicted everything all the way up to Endgame and farther. I already know how it ends, all right? The next 10 years, he predicted it in 2012. It's fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
The guy's a maniac.
Tell you about 2020 though, did he? He didn't warn you about that.
No,
Yeah.
he wasn't much on the
He's a
political
menace.
prediction.
Nostradamus, is
He
he?
was, oh man, it was just funny, dude. That guy was freaking. We all thought he was crazy, but he was right. He definitely was right. It led all the way up.
Now he's the one laughing at you.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah, so I wonder if Armor Wars is going to tie into Ironheart at all, with him tracking down missing Stark
Oh.
tech.
Probably. I think. Yeah, probably. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with the kid who the kid who was in Iron Man 3, who had the tech, who should,
Yeah.
maybe he will show up though. Maybe he'll be another Iron
Maybe.
Man, and they'll be Iron Men together, or Iron Woman and Man, or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Make it
find it
Iron
interesting we're
Babies.
getting the.
Iron Maidens,
I find it interesting we're getting. I find it interesting we're getting the live action first appearance of Riri before we get Miles.
Yeah.
I actually
Maybe,
okay. So
Spider-Man
don't
3
talk
will
about
come
that
out
quite
before
yet
then.
because I actually have some
Okay.
things to say about
Okay.
that when I get to the news. Okay.
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 Onward.
Um,
Smoothly.
Yeah, we also have Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, written and directed by James Gunn, and we have I Am Groot, which is a series of shorts about Groot in the Marvel universe.
That's probably my
Yeah.
most amped.
And Disney was
And
like,
that
James
is-
Gunn, you're out. But you can
But
come
at the
back
same
in.
time-
Your punishment is that you have to do a Christmas special.
Yeah. But he.
I hope it's as bad as the Star Wars Christmas special.
Shot for shot.
Me too.
Yeah.
So
Introducing all of Groot's
Gamora there
family.
poked out of her mind.
So what's all right?
See, I like how
Everybody,
the-
you can only pick one. You can only pick one. What are you most excited for of this list right so far? You're only allowed one on the
Just the
island.
Marvel?
On the Yeah, we're just doing the Marvel right now. Only one.
Loki.
Ooh.
It looks like a lot of fun from the trailer.
Okay.
I gotta
Ooh.
watch
Like
the
that
other
DB Cooper scene at the
trailer
end.
before
I was like,
I-
yes.
Yeah, DB Cooper.
That's cool.
There's a crazy amount of Star Wars
There's
stuff.
6
coming out, too.
episodes,
This is
right?
all
6
insane.
episodes.
Wait a minute.
Six episodes for Loki.
You mean to tell me that this is all Disney Plus?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is
No.
all Disney Plus releases.
You got to be fucking kidding
Disney.
me, dude.
I know,
All right.
there are a few, there
Well,
are a
it's
few
all
movies
Disney
throughout
because
this.
some of
Disney.
them are movies. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few movies.
Shawnee, Loki is 6 episodes.
Is it?
I think so.
Are you telling me or asking
No,
me?
can you confirm it?
Give me a second.
Look, do your magic and do your confirmation on 6, because I'm pretty sure it's 6 episodes, and that would mean 6 stones, and I'm pretty sure
6 episodes.
6 stones, 6 episodes. He's gonna get a stone in each one. I don't know what he's
gonna
doing.
get stoned in each one.
Ooh, now that sounds
I
like
know
a
Dave's
good.
going to be stoned watching it.
That's a good mini. Sounds like a good mini.
I guess it is all on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's gnarly, isn't it? That's a wicked script. All right, so Sean said Loki. What is anybody else? I'll say mine last. So pick
I
what
want to
you're-
watch the trailers, but I mean,
None?
Loki looks pretty awesome. I'm probably going to be like, these other two look pretty awesome as soon as I watch the trailers.
Exactly. Yeah, but I'm just saying,
I mean,
if there was only
If I had seen no trailers, probably the What If.
oh, that's good. That's a good one too.
Love those.
Yes, they're on my list. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Ty? Anything on here that you just say, you know what? That's like if I can only get one of them.
That's hard for me because I'm torn between What If, She-Hulk, and Secret Invasion. What If hypes me up a little bit more because I want to see what kind of animated show they would do. Plus, it actually features like the actual actors from the MCU films.
From OG 10 years.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Plus, the What If
Robert
universe
Downey
is
Jr.
just fun.
Yeah, OG.
Yes.
Things you don't normally get to do. People can die.
Yep.
Thing is, I don't know what Secret Invasion is going to look like. Secret Invasion could be that in name, but it's kind of, I imagine it would be more like,
Well, at the end of
kind of like how Avengers 2 of Age of Ultron didn't actually feature the Age of Ultron storyline. It just was the name.
Well, at the end
You know,
of
so-
Captain Marvel, they introduced looked like they were constructing Sword.
Oh,
Sword.
wait
Yeah,
a sec.
agreed.
Wait a
Tie-in with
sec.
that,
Wait a
too.
I do get what you're saying, Ty. So you're saying that in the Age of Ultron comic storyline, there's a story told, and in the Age of Ultron movie, they don't even use the story told from Age of Ultron
At all.
but they call it Age of Ultron. So, like,
Yeah.
is
They use the
Secret Invasion going to be Secret Invasion, or is it going to be something else that they manifest from that
Yeah.
title? You know? Yeah, that's interesting.
Because of that reason alone, I'm going to say What If as well. I would say What If.
Avengers
Well, they
2 was
already
originally
kind
going to
of
be called
did
Age of
Secret Invasion.
Extinction, but then
You know, well, they've been teasing Secret Invasion and Captain Marvel and
Yeah.
Spider-Man: Far From Home. Oh,
Yeah.
the Sword was being constructed
Avengers
in
2
Far
can be
From
cool.
Home. That's what.
originally
yeah,
Avengers
you know
2
what? You're right.
Why do people keep talking through me? Let me finish this sentence.
Who's that
Finish your
noise?
There's a
sentence,
delay.
boy.
Okay. Every time I started talking, like someone else would talk over me, and I said like 4 times.
Yeah, you're being broadcast halfway around the world.
Yeah. True. Age of Ultron was originally called Age of Extinction, but then the Transformers movie came out with the same title, so they changed it to Age of Ultron.
Okay.
And they just played rock, paper, scissors to figure out who got it.
right.
Cool. I would pick. I love everything. I love What If, Loki, great. I'm super stoked for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I believe they're going to introduce the Wolverine in that. That's just my opinion. WandaVision sounds amazing. Just the concept of like going through the years, and it's a little nostalgic. Miss Marvel. I'm not a super big fan of Miss Marvel. Like, not. I just don't care about. Sometimes I just don't care about like the. She's like kind of like a. She's like a superhero who was made a superhero because she loved superheroes. You know, I get it. Like that's cool.
Dave has been
wait a
kicked
sec.
off the SJW team.
No. Wait a sec. I did play the Avengers game. Wait. I did play the Avengers game, and the best thing out of that game was her. She was awesome, dude. I loved her. Like, that's the only thing good of that game is she did a great job. Like, her character. Like,
Hashtag cancel Dave.
No, reset. Hashtag uncancel Dave. I like her, and I am excited for her now because she really that one thing that game did was give me at least a piece of this character that made me appreciate being a fan. There's like you're a fan, you know, and she was a fan, and it's really cool. So that I think it's going to be good. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what was controversial. If that really was the only thing controversial about it, then that's not very good.
I don't know for sure.
But I know there was articles, so I'd have to look in it. But I didn't even want to give them the time of day.
The problem is that in news media have the bias of trying to make their articles sound like both sides are valid, in the sense of one side who says, I don't want women Muslims in my shows, as valid as the people who are like, I just want to enjoy this character, which is unfortunate, because unfortunately that's just, they don't realize that they're participating in like this really aberrant behavior. But it's not really that controversial. She's been around for a while.
Yeah, she was cool too, so I'm really excited. And the person I saw them cast, I was like, she looks like her. I was like, yeah, that looks like the girl. That's cool.
I would say that she's the only character that I can think of that I've read of in Champions, but that's about it. I don't really have an opinion about her just because of that.
I remember she got announced.
The character or played anything. I have no exposure to his character at all.
It's cool. Did they release a trailer? Did they release a trailer or no? Sure is there a trailer for it? Okay, so yeah, that's cool. That's probably worth a trailer watch for well, you guys watch them all anyway. But let me keep going. Hold on, I'm going through. Hawkeye, super stoked. Don't know the tone.
Really excited for this one.
Don't know the tone that they're going, but whatever it is, I'm sure it will fit. I think Jeremy Renner's pretty good at that character, man. He's pretty well rounded. Yeah. He's a pretty good actor, man. I've seen him be real serious, and I've seen him be like goofing, you know.
He's definitely transformed over the past couple of decades. From
definitely. Yep, from singing as Jeffrey Dahmer, or who was he? Like he was singing. He was like I know he played like one of the murderers, serial killers. I think it was Dahmer, and there's this big scene where he sings all the way to his death. It's pretty cool, or to his cell. It's cool.
You're correct. He did play Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
I think this series is supposed to be taking some of its inspiration from the Matt Fraction run, because it's got his dog and it's got Kate Bishop.
Cool. Yeah.
Pizza dog.
The dog's very cool. Dog. I can dig that.
And that's one of the next things I'm going to read from my backlog.
Nice.
I've never read it.
Then we have She-Hulk, and you're telling me that She-Hulk.
It's a woman hero.
Is a comedy. Is a comedy.
Let me get this right. It's a female character.
She's a woman? Wait, but you did say it's a comedy.
That's
amazing.
That's what it says on here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I can't read. How many times do I have to say this? I can't
Mark
read.
Ruffalo confused.
Why do you think we got the OBJs from him?
Going on?
Yeah. I wonder what they're gonna tackle with this guy, man. What's Ruffalo gonna go through? Because I'll be real with you. I don't know if they've revealed his contract, but I believe it got extended, like a couple more. They have said and hinted that he's not done till World War happens, like World War Hulk, like the one who becomes the maniac.
I thought they did a little bit of World War Hulk in Thor Ragnarok. They got him in the outfit.
Yeah, but fair enough. The outfit was there. I don't think he's been to his max power yet. I'm saying they haven't OP'd him yet. They haven't given him that one chance. Like, think about this. In Infinity War, they gave him the punch with Thanos, and Thanos just kind of beat him within 10, which was fine. It was totally appropriate. I was down with that. But then
Maybe
Endgame, he never really got to have a one-on-one fight. Where is gonna be what's he gonna do? Jump at Galactus? Have to like grab his face? You know, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just what I
Grab him
want
by the toe.
Yeah, I just grab him by the toe, try to trip him
Yeah,
up.
he's
you
not
know?
done until they finish with the Thunderbolts.
Yes, and I think he has to get angry one last time. Like right now, he's controlled, he's calm, he's collected. I think he needs to lose control.
I did not like
What's the one
Professor
that's
Hulk
like,
in
you know,
Endgame.
transformed by sadness.
I
thought
like
he was fine. If they give me more, you know, if that's how they end his character, then I would not be okay with it. But I thought he was fine for the story. I thought it was funny having Hulk hand Ant-Man tacos. Like that kind of seemed that felt so comic. That felt
funny.
so comic. I was like, yeah,
Too
that's
funny for like
I
half
love
the
the
world's being
memes that
destroyed,
came
and
from
then
that.
that like
I know, but you don't.
his
But
attack.
do you
I don't mind
know?
it.
Do you want me to analyze Professor Hulk real quick? Like Hulk has
Go for it.
just all right. Hulk he lost everything. He lost. Banner lost. Right.
Hashtag Dave Rant.
Everybody's depressed, and Hulk is the only one doing dabs. Right. You know why he's doing dabs? Do you know?
Was
Do you know
cringy.
why he's doing dabs? Because he's still. I was reading like I don't know what it was. It was like commentator stuff on I think Endgame. He is the only one still saving people. The town loves him. Remember, Earth hate Hulk. Earth don't hate Hulk anymore. You know, so it's cool.
That's true.
Do you get that?
Yeah. So
But
like,
I feel like
you know,
It's a good point.
that's my only
it just
like.
had
I think
a
it
little
worked.
too much comedy in it for me. Like
Think
Infinity
about Fat
War is
Thor
a
though.
perfect movie.
Yeah. Oh,
Infinity War is so
you don't have to
And
tell
I
me
think-
that.
my two complaints with Endgame
I can't believe I
it
just
went a bit too
defended
comedic
Endgame.
with Lebowski
Jesus
Thor and Professor Hulk.
Yeah,
I
I
did not
didn't-
like Lebowski Thor.
But Thor also, we tried to humanize these characters. So I can't. Why am I defending Endgame? He is going. PTSD. Yeah, it can cause somebody to gain 100 pounds.
I get it, but this is like
You
the
know.
final showdown when Thor's there like 100
Oh,
pounds
I wish.
overweight.
No. I really did think. I'll be real with you.
When he
I
got Mjolnir.
Yeah, I thought when he grabbed the armor, he was going to shed the pounds. You know.
Yeah,
I'm
He
kind of
didn't.
happy that didn't happen.
No, they didn't do
Yeah.
it because they said it's not about.
I'm
It's
sure-
not about.
I'm sure he was happy. The actor.
Chris Hemsworth said, yeah, he
was
said,
happy
like, I'm
about
really
it.
happy that they kept that.
Yeah, they were saying that it's not about the body, like you know that you know what I'm saying. It was like a message towards like his heart, his strength, his worth is still there. You know, like it doesn't. You don't have to
Sure.
like just shed the armor and so. I get it. I do agree with you, Sean, on all of those points, but I was just defending them. I do like agree with you on a lot of it. You know, but
I
it's
think
weird.
that
It's
there's a
weird.
valid
It's
criticism.
weird that you can. It's weird that I can defend it and criticize that same exact points that you're making. You know, so
Sure.
Because they were the only things that sort of held Endgame back for me for it being a 10 out of 10 movie.
Me too. 100%. First, and I agree. That's a weird dilemma with the characters because you know what I wanted? Do you know what they trolled? They trolled everybody with Thor. Chris Hemsworth kept saying he's the biggest he's ever been in any of the Thor roles. That's what
That's
he fucking
true.
said, dude. And
That's
then when me and
hilarious.
my buddy, we were tripping and we saw Endgame and we were like, oh my God, that's what he meant. He's the biggest he's ever been. We were like, no, you know, so we lost it. It's funny. That was a good troll, man.
I feel like
amazing.
okay, so hear me out. I think it's a valid criticism to say that when you make a character comical, that kind of you can detract from the story somewhat, but I feel like if anything, this added to the story and it humanized all of these characters, despite the fact that they're not humans.
Yeah.
And I also think
I don't know. I guess it. It just I still
No,
don't.
No, I mean, I
they're-
get it.
no, but think about
And
what
you're
he's
allowed to
saying.
have your
Sean.
opinion, of
Think
course.
about what he's saying though. He's saying you're right too. It's a valid criticism. You know, it is a valid criticism, but it's weird that there's a two-way street here with this conversation, you know, that it
I
can
would
be kind of
say
argued.
This is the most civil debate we've ever had. Normally, when we're discussing differences,
because
in
I think
opinions
we
on
all
movies,
ended-
Steve's like, "You're wrong."
Yeah.
Call a spade a spade.
Zack Snyder. Yeah. The end.
Let's not get into this. Anyway, one more Marvel announcement. We have
Mhm.
Christian Bale playing Gore the God Butcher in Thor: Love and Thunder.
I thought he was going to be Odin when
It's Ray Bell.
Odin
Oh.
no, when Odin dies, his brother the serpent, I forget his name, Cole the serpent, is released, and I thought he was going to be Odin's brother because he kind of looks like he's getting to the old Scottish
callback.
The old Scottish eras right now, and if he could grow a mighty beard, he could be like
mighty beard.
Odin could kind of be brought back in an evil way as Kull, the serpent, but not right. So
the first 2 arcs of Jason Aaron's Thor run had Gore the God Butcher as the villain.
Do you know why that all makes
sense,
sense,
so
right?
Because
we're getting into Jane Foster Thor. We're gonna tie like 2 stories up in one. That's what he's probably planning on. Something.
I wonder if we'll ever get any more of oh god, what was his name? Malekith.
I think that guy did not.
I feel like Christopher Eccleston deserves redemption because that.
Do you think he
terrible.
wants to? Because he said he didn't really ever want to do it again.
Well, I saw a theory the other day that since they're opening up everything to the multiverse, they can bring back any character they want in any version they want.
Yeah,
like they could bring back Hela, and have her be depowered because what is the name of the Thor's world?
God.
Midgard.
Because Midgard no longer exists. You can have her
Asgard.
depowered and be like a normal, hero or villain. Or you can bring back, the Warriors 3 or anybody else in a different, version of themselves. You can.
Here's the amazing thing about comic book movies:
you can bring people back to life.
Is you can do anything.
You can do anything you put your mind to.
Kieran Gillen posted on Twitter a few months ago. He was like, people always ask me how I come up with all these weird ideas to like get characters out of situations. And I just tell them I'm a writer. I make shit up. And like with comic book movies, like you can get away with just making shit up and being like, oh yeah, they're back now.
Yeah,
because
the only caveat was that you kind of take a little bit of the wind out of the sails anytime somebody dies.
Yeah, I get that.
And then bring them back.
Let me just see real quick. So Armor Wars looks dope. Like, sounds dope. I really think it's going to lead to 10 Rings and some Shang-Chi stuff. I think Ironheart would be tied into it. Well, the 10 Rings is... I don't know if you guys know this, but he's been chasing the 10 Rings. War Machine has been chasing the 10 Rings since the very first movie.
Yeah.
It's been
the 10 Rings are the people that kidnap.
Think about it. They've been waiting.
And then Ben Kingsley
he has 10 rings.
Leader of the 10 Rings.
He's been hunting Tony Stark down for his tech. He wants the gauntlet. He wants to put the rings on his hand. That's what's happening. Man, listen, I called all this. You'll see it. In 2 years, you'll be like, oh, shit, Dave.
Fine.
Dave was
that's
right.
pretty good theory.
Put it up on the list.
Like, I just think it's going to be cool. I think Don Cheadle was really good. Like, I did really like him.
Of course.
And nobody questioned that cast change.
No, not even in the movie. It was brought up in the movie. They were like,
just didn't like Terrence Howard.
I'm here. Let's deal with it. It's it's done. Just
I'm here. It's me. Let's do it.
Yeah, I really liked that. That was really good. And then I don't know much about Ironheart. I'm sure it'll be cool. I thought it was going to be the kid from Iron Man 3, so I'm a little off put. But I'm sure he'll show up I guarantee you he'll show up in this for some reason.
Ironheart is a creation of Bendis.
Yeah. Of course. No, I know like of the character, but I just didn't expect it to actually be Riri Williams. I thought they were going to do the kid who worked with Stark.
Instead of her uncle dying, her aunt has to die.
Yeah. Her second cousin twice removed.
Yeah. I feel like she's a cool character. I guess I'm just kind of surprised that it's just like blown up so fast.
Yes, really fast. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I think it will probably be fun.
15.
Yeah.
Cool. What, for Riri? 2015?
The year, yeah.
Naomi was only introduced in 2017, and she's getting her HBO Max, CW show or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that the?
It's quite a step. It's quite a step down, but no,
How long has this version of Miss Marvel been around?
I think 2012 or something.
It was around that sort of time. It was the all new, all different stuff, so maybe 2013.
All new, all different Marvel coming at you fast.
I Am Groot series of shorts.
All new, all different DC.
Yeah, that's true. But I Am Groot, the minis, that's probably going to be really fun. And there will probably be a very super hearty story in the overall of all 6. I've read like a mini with Groot and it's all different stories, but the overall is like this beautiful fucking tale he's like telling, and he ends up like doing that flower thing at the end and like giving like a really good statement. It was really cool. I'm
going to watch all of these. Yeah. These all give me something where I'm like, I need to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know which one would be my favorite. Loki's probably
They're
mine.
all in like one spot versus spread out all over the place.
Right.
Like I never caught Cloak and Dagger because that was on
Yeah.
Freeform or The Runaways.
Can we skip I'm sorry, for Cheaper by the Dozen, did Steve Martin get cast in that?
It shows him pictures.
For the series?
Yeah. That would be
Probably.
pretty. I always love Steve Martin.
Well, I mean, what's he doing right now? I mean, he had the Netflix show with Martin Short, but that's about it lately.
He's like an artist, a banjo player. He's outrageous.
This list is impressive, mostly because for me, one of my favorite, like, far-reaching, like, ridiculous films, Turner and Hooch, is getting made into a show.
Yeah, they show Tom Hanks, but is Tom Hanks going to participate?
Probably not.
Let's just.
Although,
do you know they? Crave, are you saying that because you know they do that? Sometimes they do that shit on promotional.
No, well, I mean, they have a picture of Steve Martin there in the article, and they have a picture of Tom Hanks.
Right. It's like, hey, maybe they'll, So, all right, cool. So that's all the Marvel stuff. Are you trying to cover the? We don't need to cover the Pixar shit. That's not our.
I'll mention the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah,
though, 'cause
you
that's
can.
cool.
Yeah, you can run through it. Sure.
I'll quickly run through it. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but why
So
is
we have-
Willow? Why is Willow tied into the Star Wars info?
That's a
It's
Lucasfilm.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
And
Oh, that makes
and
sense.
it's getting rebooted.
That makes sense why Ron Howard went on the
Old
solo.
man
Yeah.
Val Kilmer. Bring back
Yeah.
old man Val Kilmer.
Okay, so we have. Oh, novelist John Le Carre has died aged 89. Don't know if anyone's read any of
Who?
his stuff.
Mm-mm.
John
Like
Le
what?
Carre.
Who?
John Le
I don't know
Carre.
that.
What did he
A
do?
moment of silence.
What's he do?
Cold War novelist.
Oh.
I've seen some of his books, but I've never read anything. I think he did a few of the newer James Bond books as well.
Oh. Okay.
There was a TV show based on one of his books with Hugh Laurie and Tom Hiddleston a couple of years ago.
Oh,
The
Night
Night
Watchman.
Manager, I want to say.
Night Manager, that's it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched that.
Anyway, Star Wars. So we're getting a new live action. Okay. I'll mention the one movie we're getting first.
Mhm.
We are getting Rogue Squadron, directed by Patty Jenkins of Wonder Woman.
Okay.
So this is
Hey,
the
guys.
So it's gonna
Can you
be
give
like
me
a
just
pilot,
like 10
a pilot?
minutes? Something just happened. I gotta go check on it really quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lord. What?
Sorry
it's
about
gonna be
that.
like a pilot episode about planes or like the flight groups and shit or whatever.
It's a movie.
No, I know. I'm saying, is it about the ships and flying and in space?
Yeah, fighter pilots and stuff.
Yeah, cool. That's cool.
It's about the next generation of fighter pilots as
I
they
don't
earn
know.
their wings.
My thing with Star Wars right now is I'm so like out of it. I just want effing Jedis. It's been 9 movies and they've never given me any effing Jedis. Like really, it's been so
We'll get to
weak-handed.
that.
Yeah,
We
get
will
to
get
that.
to
Get to that.
So that's the one movie, Rogue Squadron, directed by Patty Jenkins, coming out 2023. Now the rest are all Disney Plus shows. So we are getting a live-action Ahsoka series starring Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka,
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool.
as a spin-off of The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also getting Rangers of the New Republic, which is a Mandalorian spin-off.
Mhm.
And Kathleen Kennedy said these are all going to converge into an event.
Cool. Yeah,
Three
it kind of
shows.
figures. Probably like a movie event.
Or just a team-up series, I don't know. But I'm excited because Dave Filoni is still overseeing all of these.
Filoni.
Kenobi.
Yeah, later they can be like, it's a Filoni.
Filoni.
And then they'll be like, did you mean it's a Fellini film? No, it's a Filoni film.
A Filoni. A little meat and Filoni on that sandwich, all right?
We are getting a Cassian Andor spin-off series.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the characters in Rogue One.
Okay,
Yep,
so
yep.
that's who Diego Luna played.
Yes.
Cool.
And rumors are, I don't know how recent these rumors are, but this series has been in the works for a long time. Apparently George Lucas worked on some of the scripts. But that's rumors. So I don't know if
Is it
that's
a
true or
good?
not.
Is it a good? Is it a bad? To be determined. Who knows? We'll
The
find out.
Andor one is what George Lucas worked on.
Andor, yeah. Rumored
Okay.
to work on.
Okay.
We don't know. And this was like a year ago. I heard these rumors, so they could be completely out of date now.
Mm.
We're getting an animated Clone Wars spin-off called The Bad Batch.
Oh, you skipped over the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I was saving that to the end.
Oh my God,
that's
It
the
was
big
gonna
one.
be it was gonna be the reveal.
There's still more to reveal.
Yeah, so we got The Bad Batch, which was there are a few episodes in the final season of Clone Wars, sort of setting that up. There's Star Wars Visions, which is a series of animated shorts celebrating the franchise.
I've done something like that before.
Maybe, I don't know. We have Lando, which is a spin-off centered on Donald Glover's Solo character.
Yeah, that's neat. That's real good. When I watch Solo, I'm
Childish
not
Landino.
listen, I'm not a fan of
Yeah.
Solo. When I watched it, there's a lot of lately all Star Wars, I've just been like, whatever, dude. Darth Maul was in it. That was cool. You know, they did a little Darth Maul.
I wanted
tease.
more after that.
Yeah,
And then they
but
said, we're not going to do any more.
I really liked like Lando, man. I thought he did a really good job being young. He was awesome. I was like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
He like just showed up he's just like so like I don't know. There's just a way about
Swagger.
him. Yeah, there's a swag to it. It's hilarious. He killed it. So I'm excited for that.
What is it they say Miles has in the Spider-Man
too
game?
much swagger. Yeah,
exaggerated black swagger.
So like there's like a huge criticism SJW or anti SJWs. They're saying that his swagger's too black.
Ridiculous. We have a droid story, which is R2D2 and C3PO returning and introducing a brand new droid. So I don't know if this is live action or animated or what it's going to be.
Do you think it's going to be? Well, do you think it's going to be like some BS? Like I don't want to call it BS because I would still think it was cool. But in the game, the video game is canon. The Fallen Order. And there's a droid in there, and I really liked him throughout the game. His name was like BD1. I just wonder if it's going to be one of those drops
BD1.
where they bring in a character.
Maybe.
Kind of like how Arkham Knight pulled that BS where they're like, we're bringing in a new character, and then it was really just the Red Hood.
Jason Todd.
Yes, yeah. So it wasn't actually like real, but it wasn't, whatever. So either way, I'd be cool with BD1.
You said you wanted some Jedi stuff.
Yes.
Now we have a series called The Acolyte, which is set during the High Republic era, 200 years before the original trilogy.
Oh, so Yoda will be young and baller.
It is about someone with growing dark side powers, and it leads to the end of the High Republic.
Oh, that's really cool. Damn, see, this is the stuff I'm talking about. Thank you.
This will be sort of the more sort of Star Wars-y thing, I think.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. I just feel like, you know what? I get what a lot of people say, like, Star Wars is so much bigger than the Jedis. And I'm like, yeah, I totally agree. It's huge. It's this intergalactical universe of awesomeness. But what I'm saying is, you've never even given me, in the movies, you have given me nothing compared to what a video game has offered me in material as to what a Jedi can become, the lore, all the expanded. I'm just like, you give me nothing every time. Like, I watched all these movies.
All the live action stuff is set within like a 50-year period.
Yeah, it's just baloney, man. The most shit you ever gave me was Yoda doing his. Like, yeah, Yoda. I was like, that was sick, But that was it,
Yeah, hopefully the Acolyte's a hit and they sort of branch out and explore more extended canon stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool.
The big Star Wars thing happening is the Obi-Wan Kenobi series starring Ewan McGregor. And it has been confirmed Hayden Christensen is returning as Darth Vader.
Does anybody object to that?
Not as Anakin Skywalker.
No, it's Darth Vader,
Vader.
Does anybody object to that?
I'm actually okay with that.
Does anybody object? Yeah. I'm cool with it. No. I don't think it's his fault why the movies ended up corny. No. Like, I don't blame him as an actor.
The dialogue he had to
just remember, you blame a director for bad acting. That's legit, and directors know to admit that. So, like, yeah, hell yeah. So, George Lucas, you've created something beautiful, but you yourself might not be that good.
Have you heard the story about when George Lucas got ill during the filming of New Hope?
No, what?
The only directions he ever gave the actors were either faster or more intense.
Oh my god!
So one day he showed up to set ill, and he'd lost his voice. So like Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher made him like two signs, one that said faster and another that said more intense.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy. I have
But yeah,
seen
and
like
Kathleen Kennedy has announced that this series is going to have the rematch of the century.
yeah, thank God, because in the lore, Obi-Wan and Darth Vader have fought on multiple occasions, like apparently that we didn't get to see. Like
Interesting, because a lot of people on Reddit are like, canon says they fought on Mustafar and then didn't see each other until New Hope.
no, I've read
Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't read the extended universe.
Yeah, maybe they read the expanded universe. The extra super expanded
non-canon
universe.
universe.
The non-canon fan universe where they've met like 3 times. Like like
Once.
yeah. No, I definitely have heard I
the
definitely
universe formerly known as canon.
if you asked if I went to go grab my wife right now and said like why do I want to watch the Obi-Wan film, it's because it's always been because in the lore they met again, you know? That they had another interaction.
Dave, go get your wife right now. I need you to prove this.
No, I don't want to, but I'm just saying, like, she knows that I'm a nerd for literally Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fighting again, because they did in the lore. At least that I know. So
Sure.
The whole Reddit thing's new to me. But I've been waiting for it, so I'm excited.
We have one more big Lucasfilm announcement.
What is it?
Indiana Jones 5
Mm.
is being released 2022.
I quit.
It's filming next year.
So they're doing they're doing an Uncharted, and then they're going to do an Indiana and release them around the same time. That's kind of weird, but
Challenging.
Atypical, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hollywood. I'm not.
Harrison Ford, 78, is set to return to the franchise.
So at that point, he's definitely older than. I can't do names today, you know?
He's
I
going to
believe
be
in you.
80 when the movie releases.
Yeah. No, sorry.
If he
Ty froze.
Ty is gone. If only Ty.
yeah,
could
you guys
hear
froze
us.
for me.
Yeah, say again.
I can hear you.
If only
Yeah, we
were
can hear
Can you
here.
hear
now.
me?
Yeah.
I was saying that AP lives. It just seemed like there's a lot of people who are dying. I mean, did you guys hear the news about the actor who played Darth Vader died?
Yeah, David Prowse.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to think of Sean Connery. He's older than Sean Connery
Yeah.
was when they did Last
Wow.
Crusade.
Dude, Sean Connery, man. He's the man. That dude, I was thinking
Prowse
about him the other
85.
day.
David
He's
Prowse
awesome.
looked unhealthy, though. Like,
Well, yeah. Everybody from Star Wars has been really unhealthy. I mean, I'm surprised most of them are still alive
except
at all.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
yeah.
lived he's dead in the canon, though, so how healthy is that to his wallet?
Oh, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I mean, Sean Connery was 59. Sean Connery was 59 in Last Crusade.
Damn.
He's always looked old. It's crazy.
He did look old.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like
There's like James
Patrick
Bond when he
Stewart.
looked like young and handsome, and then like suddenly he was like,
Old
Indiana
man.
Jones.
An old,
Just
like
an old
Patrick
Scottish
Stewart,
man.
Yeah.
He aged at a young age and just looked old for the rest of his life.
Cool. Well, that's pretty solid. I'm pretty stoked.
audience at home, if you're still listening, you may not have realised this based on what we've been speaking about for the last few hours, but we are in fact a comic podcast.
Well, this was
So
a big.
start
These
to
were
love
big.
comics soon.
These were big. You know,
They're
I would
coming.
say.
Bear with us.
Um,
We'll get to this week's issues.
Yeah, that's cool. What you guys have to pick one off this? What do you pick? You're only allowed one. What do you pick in the Star Wars universe that you want to watch? Oh, it's easy. The Obi-Wan. Come on, it's so easy. It
Yeah.
is that.
Yeah,
it
it
is
is.
that.
Yeah,
For
but
some reason, no matter
the
how
Acolyte
cheesy.
I'm really excited for as well.
Yeah, but you don't have a choice. It's Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
That was there is no choice.
I'll pick the Lando series as
Yes,
well. I'm a big
that-
Don Glover
that-
fan.
Yes. All right, so we'll be able to scatter our votes. Yes, I'll be the Obi-Wan guy. You be the Lando guy. Sean, would you pick the Acolyte guy? Yes. All right, Ty, you can
Yeah.
pick one different one. What do you pick?
Probably the animated one that
The
just got
Bad
announced.
Batch. The Bad Batch. Yeah, I would pick that too.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. That's probably going to be really good. Especially if you're a fan of
Clone
the
Wars and
animated
Rebels.
Star Wars, which is the only good Star Wars, films. They're things they have. But
Has
it's
anyone
weird.
here watched Clone Wars and Rebels?
Yes.
I grew up on Clone Wars, man.
Interesting. I have not. I've seen
Watch
the first season.
Is it on Disney
It's
Plus
really
now?
good.
Is it on
Yeah,
Disney
I need
Plus?
to. I watched
Seasons
Rebels.
are on there.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. I've also just started playing Knights of the Old Republic on Steam.
I was
So
I was thinking
I'm
about
really
that.
diving into Star Wars this week.
When I was complaining to my wife about Cyberpunk throwing my computer into the blue screen, I told her that Because I was able to play enough of it to say, I was like, they haven't made it any more complex than Knights of the Old Republic in 2002, man. Like, what the hell's going on here? Like, it's the same thing.
I said to my friends last night, I'm like, as soon as I get like out into the city, because like I only played like an hour yesterday before like going to the pub.
Right.
So I was like, when I get into the city, I'm going to send a picture to the group chat and be like, wow, Cyberpunk runs great on my PC.
Yeah.
Knights of the Old Republic, like really blocky city.
Some mod guy claimed that he was making a 4K res resculpture of the whole game or something, like, and it was going to be a mod you could download, but it's a long time coming, I think. And I read that a couple years ago, but I would play Knights of the Old Republic if it got reskinned to look pretty again. Yep. Super in depth. Cool. All right, let's see what's next.
With that, I want to ask, actually.
Are we doing news too? Is that what's next?
Yeah, I was actually going to lead into that with the news.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can you start?
So this actually goes.
Gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah. No problem at all. So this actually falls into what Dave was talking about. Here's the news. Obviously, this week Cyberpunk was released on December 10th, 2020. Stocks for CD Projekt Red have fallen to a really dramatic numbers, and Sony has been processing a serious amount of returns for the game due to the bugs and glitches, which we kind of knew about because they announced, hey, when we release this game, it's going to be a little glitchy. It's going to be a little buggy. We didn't perfect everything.
A little buggy. A little.
Which is being nice, of course, as a person who's also played it. Have you played it, man?
No.
It's noticeable. So a lot of people have been having way worse experiences than me. I've been very patient with it. I let the patches happen. I let the game download. It took 2 discs. There are some pretty noticeable bugs. Some programming errors happened where characters that are NPCs will
frozen again.
And then it takes a minute for the character to actually come into existence. I froze again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn. So basically, when a character or an NPC would come in, they'll spawn, but it'll take like 30 seconds to a minute for the character to actually develop into like full detail and everything.
Render.
The other comparison that people are making is that the original E3 gameplay that came out in 2018 had very clearly a very large amount of NPCs that were walking around interacting. There's a lot of customization. That fell through with the game itself. So people are processing a lot of returns, more specifically Sony, I believe is the one that was in the news. There have been some people who've defended the game, saying that the reason why it's such a big issue is because even though this was released during previous generations...
I'll defend the game. It was rushed to market. It's not their fault. It's the publisher's fault. There you go. Give them 2 more years and they would have released a game that could have actually gotten a Game of the Year nomination. You can't nominate a game with this many glitches. It just doesn't work like that. They blew their launch. Shame on them.
Okay. I uploaded the stock for the past year.
It's their own damn fault. They're their own publisher. Nobody's barking down their neck, or whatever, asking them for a game except themselves. So listen, the game, I'll defend the game too. It's a good game. I would say in 3 years, it will be exactly what Skyrim started. It will have finished it. It will be
like No Man's Land.
Yeah, it will have what Skyrim gave us and set a standard. This game and redefine that standard one last time, but it feels last gen. Everything about it feels last gen. It didn't evolve. I didn't go into it like all the characters are still like this. Ready? Oh. Hey. Like
so Oblivion.
Yeah, nothing changed. There's no fluidity still, but the driving mechanics are amazing. I think the driving mechanics are so solid. I think the gameplay's fine. The shooter, I use a controller. I don't think it's the best controller shooter. It feels like it's a PC and mouse game. It feels like it's a keyboard and mouse game. You can kind of
that's the thing that people are saying in response. They're saying that this is the kind of game that if you can drop if you can take the time and the money into it and you have a good PC setup, this is a game that responds really well to that. The problem is that there's a lot of people who are going to buy this on gen consoles, such as PS4 and Xbox One, and they're going to say, "Why is this?
It's not worth
out
it.
so much."
Yeah, they did. They did release a broken game. Just I'm saying, like I wasn't trying to dog on the game when I was dogging on the company. They did. If you were to buy the disc right now and you didn't have internet, doesn't matter. It's broken. The game's broken.
Yeah.
You can't download anything. There's nothing there. You know, you might as well not buy it. So that's my only, in 3 years when they release the deluxe edition Game of the Year pack or something, that's the edition you want. It's gonna have all the bugs, all this stuff. But they needed time, dude. But I like what Crave said. Crave had the best suggestion. They should have made this an open beta. Boom. That fixed everything.
That's what it is. It is beta. It's the release you've paid to be part of the beta while they fix the bugs.
Exactly. But it would have been cool if they announced it, because it would have been like, oh, everybody get in here, find things, they want your feedback. So the positivity kind of cycles where you're like, oh shit, we can help make this the best it could be. And I get it was just rush to market. You can't, that's a fact. That is
Crave in the chat shared that it is dropped by 8.31% their stocks. It is now $22.88 for their stocks, which
that's just the last day or something. It peaked at about 32 and now it's at 22, so it's lost about 33%.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of like, it's a sharp drop, but it's still more than it was the rest of the year.
Right.
Sure. That being said, they did make back their entire profit in a single day from release day.
Of course they did.
It can go lower.
But wait a sec.
Yeah.
They can go lower.
Wait a sec. Wait till they have to process the returns and all the transaction fees from Visa and MasterCard when they get hit with all those fees. Oh, yeah, they didn't.
They'll make that money back later on. People will buy it back later.
Yeah. No, it will definitely. It's a good game. It has glitches, but it's still it's immerse. It's still last gen though. I don't want to give it any it didn't revolutionize any game play like where I went. Dude, when I don't know if any of you played God of War, but that game was shot in one take. There's no cutscenes. It's amazing. It's crazy. Like no cutscenes, you know what I mean?
Do you think that this is going to affect the future of all of the cyberpunk world merchandising, such as the anime and the comic books? Do you think that it's going to?
You're saying profit? Are you talking are you talking their end? Like you're saying what they get in profit wise, or is that what you're saying? Like, will this affect their sales?
It did affect Assassin's Creed Unity. They had to release the DLC for free, and that basically killed that storyline.
I'm still gonna read the comic because I think the trauma team is one of the coolest parts about the game. I think that's what the multiplayer will be. It will be the trauma team, where 4 people take on 16 people to save 1 person.
Yeah,
it's neat.
Maybe
they have announced that the DLCs are going to be free for this game.
Yeah, because they have cosmetic microtransactions, so it's like they'll get their money that way.
For Assassin's Creed Unity, they did originally plan for them to be paid, but the response to all the bugs is when they switch to everybody gets it for free.
Yeah, because otherwise it was big. Everybody wanted returns or some shit. You know what I mean? It would have been bad. Yeah. Well, it's a shame. It would have been nice if they released it. Everybody's my favorite reply to people defending the publisher's choice to rush it was, oh, they released The Witcher and that had bugs. I'm like, yeah, that's not a good fucking 3 years later. It's great. Yeah, good. I'll wait 3 years then. It's not how you sell somebody something.
I heard No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
I heard that's finally good.
Yeah, it's super in depth and shit. Yeah, people love it.
This is another one of those problems where people are developing games for PS5 and Xbox X, and they're not developing games for what's existing now. And I mean, you can say the same thing with what happened with Skyrim. I mean, how long did it take for load screens to come up? Fallout 4, same way.
Yeah. But
new hardware now.
Cyberpunk was announced before the PS4 was released.
Yes, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was developed before the PS4.
Sure,
that's funny.
No, you're right. You're completely right. Yeah. When it was announced and it was originally going to release in April this year, they said, hey, we're going to have this developed and then you can carry it over to the next gen. And that's the problem when you have something that's that aspirational. You're digging such a big hole for yourself. And if you can't bring the ladder in, you're just stuck.
Do you think that's Elder Scrolls and Bethesda's what's the space one called, Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6? Do you think they're going to do you think they will suffer from the same thing that they've been developed for so long that they're still they're going to feel old, or whatever. They're going to have that eldest clunkiness to it from
I think that you have to also
spill it, man.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, with the Bethesda games, there's so much content in them. They're so dense. There's so much world in there that it will feel slightly dated, but it's still going to be a good game.
Yes.
When
Well,
Fallout
that's-
4 came out, the graphics were still behind what else was on the market,
Yes.
and it was still an enjoyable game
Yep.
that I sunk tens of hours into.
Same. I think the other question you have to ask is what's the team that's going to be working on these? Because we have to consider Fallout New Vegas. We have to consider that the team that developed Oblivion was the team that worked on New Vegas.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Different
Am I correct?
teams worked on different things for Assassin's Creed as well.
It was
They've
Obsidian that.
Ah,
It was Obsidian that did New Vegas, and they
Right,
did.
my bad.
What was it? Outer Worlds.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is going to be a different.
And now Obsidian and Bethesda are both owned by Xbox, so like they work in the same company now. Like the people who once worked in the same company and split now work in the same company again. That's funny.
I'm just going to say it. I am a brand loyalist, and I'm a guilty, filthy communist or capitalist for it. I'm going to be honest with it. Like, if it comes to Bethesda, CD Projekt Red, and Naughty Dog, I buy their games no matter what, because every single time that I've bought one of their games, I've enjoyed every single moment of it. I'm a huge Naughty Dog fan, and I did not get The Last of Us 2. I heard it was just really, oh my god.
I'm just going to one up. I'm just going to one up Ty's brand loyalty.
I just heard it was so long. I'm just like, oh man. Go on.
I'm getting a PS5 eventually when they're in stock somewhere. But if now that Microsoft owns Bethesda, if they make their games Xbox exclusive, I am going to buy an Xbox as well, purely for Bethesda games.
Sure.
It would be the smart move.
I would
it would
buy
be
a console just for those 3 games: Fallout 5.
It's their only tactical
6
move.
and Starfield.
I bought a PS4 just for the Final Fantasy VII remake.
I bought a PS3 for Kingdom Hearts 3. I bought a PS4 for Kingdom Hearts 3.
That's a valid reason.
I was let down completely. I will end the story at Kingdom Hearts 2.
I've got it up on Steam right now. I have played
released
805 hours of Skyrim.
They released Kingdom Hearts for PS3.
Say it again, Crave.
They released Kingdom
Yes,
Hearts.
they've released
PS3.
it for.
No, they didn't release it for PS3. I bought a PS3 thing. No, I did. I bought a PS3 for Kingdom Hearts 3, and it never fucking came out.
It took 10 years to bring it to market.
Yeah, it never came out. So guess what I discovered? I discovered
2010.
I discovered Metal Gear Solid though because of that. Because I bought the PS3, so I was very cool, and that's a cool.
I have spent 33 and a half days of my life in Skyrim.
Dude, same. I've played that game. I've played maybe 20 times a storyline, start to finish, DLCs as well. Same thing for Fallout, dude.
I've
replayed so many times.
I play all the side. Any game I like, I play all the side missions. Every game
I've
I
done that with Final Fantasy VII games and like Fallout 3.
Wait, Crave, did you? I'm sorry, I think you said it, but I was in my own head. Did you say you played the remake of Final Fantasy VII? Huh?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did. Okay. Was it good? I heard they changed the combats into
yes, they did.
It's an AJRPG.
It's the latest version of their combat that they've been doing since Final Fantasy 15 came out.
I heard they I heard it was really good, real pretty. Are you an Advent Children fan?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard the guy. Oh man, I just heard that the guy.
I like the whole Dirge of Cerberus. The compilation of Final Fantasy VII. I was into all of that.
Yeah, that's cool
back in the day.
Yeah. I just heard some shit about Advent Children though that Sephiroth got dropped in Smash Bros and then they used
he's in Smash.
They used some of the scenes from Final Fantasy and animated them, like some of his move sets that he did.
Yeah.
That's from the Advent Children shit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, all right. I kind of loved and hated the Final Fantasy VII remake. Like, there's plenty to do. Yeah. A lot of good stuff in it, but it still felt kind of hollow.
It's part 1. I feel like they might have...
It's just really stretched out. Like, 5 hours of the game stretched out to 60 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So this next bit of news is a little weird. Mm-hmm. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because it affects everybody. In America. This is a bit old as far as news, but does anybody know who Ajit Pai is?
Yeah.
controversy at the time, but I don't know what the recent stuff is.
He's just trying to take away your internet.
He is out. He is no longer the head of the FCC. Coming very soon, he's going to be stepping down. And that means that net neutrality is going to be back on the table. Now, the reason why this is kind of a big deal is because of the FCC. He has pretty much solidified that our net neutrality is destroyed. And while net neutrality is still something that we're kind of discussing in the States, and it's still kind of a bit of conversation within the news, it's still something that's being fought against. We still have one of the slower internet systems in America. We also have a lot of paywalls that we still have to fight through. To give context, South Korea has dramatically better, like 10 times the speed of our internet access. It's disgusting. The other issue is that by limiting these services, it also limits and monitors where we go, and it creates our IP addresses to be a little bit stronger. So Ajit Pai being out is a really big deal. It affects our video gameplay. It affects how we do this show. I just wanted to kind of include that, even though it's a little bit of old news. It's kind of a big deal. And I wanted to invite people who are listening and watching the show to really look into it and take the time to become knowledgeable about net neutrality. And if the opportunity comes in your area, as it has in mine, vote for net neutrality, because it is a really important part of our essential freedoms here in the States. Then going up after that in news is actual comic book news. Do you guys hear about Solid Blood?
Yeah. I called my comic book shop to make sure I was on the list for that. Called 2 comic book shops to get 2 copies.
Nice. So no one is exactly sure exactly what this is, but I've been keeping an eye on it. Robert Kirkman, Ryan Ottley have decided to release a book that they never really made called Solid Blood, issue 17. Now, the thing that they're saying is that they had this idea for this book years ago, and it was like post Invincible, like, oh well, if they had this character, what would it look like?
Developed for Invincible or didn't end up using.
Something like that, right? Yeah. So in the video that Robert Kirkman released on YouTube, he says this book shouldn't exist, and they kind of found 10,000 copies. And this is the thing: they say that they found 10,000 copies that the printers just made of issue 17 for a series that they never made, with characters that they kind of discussed, even though it's been very clearly put together. Yeah. Now here's the thing: Ryan Ottley is exclusive to Marvel right now. He's still under contract. He stepped down from Amazing Spider-Man, but he is working on a secret project. Sorry, what was that, bud?
I love that dig in the video. Like, Ryan Ottley couldn't have made this because he's exclusive to Marvel right now.
Yeah. This is kind of the confusing part. So there's some speculation of, this is obviously probably a big surprise, ha, gotcha, bitch. Like, this is tied to crossover. This could be tied to the Youngblood universe. Nobody knows at this point. All we know is that it seems like one of the Image Comics superhero lines from the 90s. And there has been a preview of the first opening page. There's a young, small black girl sitting down on a very large panel. I mean, their credits are all there. There's an inker, there's a letterer. I mean, the whole team has been put together, but nobody knows what it is. They said there's been 10,000 copies that were made, and they released it out into the world. They don't know what's going to happen with that. The speculative market has made it go a little crazy, but even then people are saying, we don't even know what this is. How can we determine what this is? Especially since Robert Kirkman is working on Firepower, Oblivion Song, Die Die Die, Outcast is finishing up. Yeah.
At some point.
Something's going on here. Yeah, it's taking a while for Outcast, but we don't know what it is, but we are going to say, if you do have a comic shop, call them up. Ask if they've got copies, because it's going to be limited, extremely limited.
They didn't order them. The comic book shops didn't order the comics. They're being shipped to them.
Which is something that they have done before, where they're like, you didn't order this, but we're shipping it to you.
Oh shit, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
man.
I literally just messaged my shop now saying, can I get it?
This was announced Wednesday, so you basically had a week. I called, my 2 comic shops on Thursday morning, be like, put me on the list, dudes.
I have to call mine after this to remind myself, because I keep putting it off.
Yeah.
But even the cover, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, Solid Blood. I mean, there's a character that looks like a purple female in space. There's not a whole lot of details about this.
Like the first page or something.
It's probably going to be
we're
some
we're going to be talking about this next week.
It's probably going to be some avant-garde trash that it's just so they've blown up that they, it's almost like a troll, a goof. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, it's
I
a
would-
It
little
wouldn't be
fun.
the first time that
Yeah.
Robert Kirkman has gotten us.
Oh, I'm down. I think it's hilarious. I hope I do get one. That would be cool.
Yeah, I think this is going to be something like Negan Lives, where it's like a gift of a comic shop, where like COVID's fucked stuff up.
Oh yeah,
Have something on it.
Yeah.
you guys
agree.
get all the proceeds from this.
Well,
Yeah.
he can. Wasn't that? I'm sorry. Well, Walking Dead was on. It's Image comic, right? But
Skybound.
It's Skybound,
Skybound.
which is
The production
Kirkman's.
company.
Kirkman.
Yeah.
It's Kirkman, and I'm pretty sure it was Kirkman's Skybound's decision to do that for the Negan Lives, not Image.
Yeah.
Not Image.
Right.
Comics
Yeah, it was
decision.
Kirkman.
Yeah.
He was
But
like
he's,
his gift of shops.
ingrained in Image enough that it's
No,
basically
which
Image
is
itself.
is it? Oh, is this not going to
Sure.
be a Skybound then?
Yeah,
Is
he's
this
like
not-
the CEO or CFO of
No,
Image, isn't he?
CCO.
I'm just. Is this a
Chairman,
Skybound
yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
It says yeah. Then it probably will be a gift. That would be cool if it was a
Yeah.
gift. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
Skybound is
Yeah.
an imprint of Image Comics. It's all of
Oh yeah.
Kirkman stuff and
Kind of like
I would just-
Top Cow is
Yeah,
Mark
but-
Silvestri's.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would just like to point out that, as far as I'm aware, the exclusivity contracts for comic books work as if you're not allowed to work on other licensed projects. So he would be fine doing an Image book, even though he's contracted exclusively to Marvel. But like, he wouldn't be able to do like a Power Rangers book or a Batman book or something because they're
So
licensed
it has to be
properties.
licensed something.
I believe so. Yeah.
Hmm.
Or
Okay.
he can't do licensed, or like he can't do properties that are owned by companies.
What
I don't really know the legality exactly, but I've heard people talk about it before.
are we anything else in the news?
A couple things that I get to actually just go over really quick.
Yeah,
Do you guys know about the HBO Max drama?
Yeah.
probably.
Yes.
So last week we kind of covered about it a little bit. Obviously, Warner Brothers is going to be releasing a series of films on HBO Max, all on the same day. That some are going to be released on theater. The response has been fairly good and positive for a lot of fans and people who are subscribers. But the issue in response from the creative teams has been less than favorable. More
Yeah.
specifically for
Dune.
Nolan, has said he's extremely unhappy with the decision.
Well, he loves movie.
Oh yeah,
theaters.
what's the name of the director for Dune?
He loves movie theaters.
Dennis Villeneuve.
Dennis. What was it?
Villeneuve.
Yeah, Dennis Villeneuve.
Everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Where's my money?"
Yeah.
Villeneuve, however you say it.
The problem is like
It's not just him.
what?
Yeah. Sorry, go on. I'll get to this in a minute.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Dennis Villeneuve and some of the cast members took box office percentages for Dune to keep the budget low.
Now that's fucked up.
It released
They
on
would-
HBO Max.
You
They are
make
going to
sure
make
you make
nothing.
sure when you sign a contract, you say when you make changes, I get to unsign from it when the change gets made. So
That's the thing is some
renegotiate.
people are going to take these guys to court.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would too. HBO should offer a new deal. That's what they should do out of good faith. If that was a,
I think
out
they
of
got
good faith.
upset by Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot getting
Getting
$10
their-
million to promote Wonder Woman
Yes.
84 on HBO Max, and they're like,
Right.
"Where's my money?
Yes.
Give
we're-
me my
yeah.
money, and I will be okay with this." So I
Yeah.
think that's
So-
just
No.
they're just
Wait.
playing politics right now.
Wait. Everybody will be okay with it, Crave, except Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan isn't not okay with this because of his percentage. He loves movie theaters, and he's
yeah,
pissed.
no, that was a
Yeah.
completely different thing.
he
spoke up
movies
before
are
everybody else
cinema.
found out that they weren't getting,
Right,
their
yes.
money.
Yeah,
Everyone else is just playing politics to get
Right.
their money.
totally. Where Christopher Nolan's like white knighting the theaters. He's like, I fucking love
but,
them, man.
Yeah, that popped
James
up
Gunn's
like,
come out as well and said
differently from the
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Gunn's against it as well. He's come out and spoken about it.
I think one of the fears, and well, listen, box office deals have to be renegotiated at this point. I mean, I'm not trying to screw anybody over by saying this, but I actually like it. Listen, there's some movies that I'm not going to ever see in theater, buddy. You weren't ever
Sure.
getting the dollar no matter what. I wasn't going to see it, but Dune, I'm still going to see that in theater.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that in theater.
Exactly.
That's
That's
like,
the one off
Yeah.
the list.
yeah,
Even if it was
yeah.
like a 6-month delay between theatre release and HBO Max release, that's still fine. Like, you get the movie late, or like even if it's less than 6 months, but like
I think,
releasing
but
it
here's
day
the
of
thing:
on HBO
even
Max.
if
It'll
they,
only be on HBO for a month.
oh,
okay,
legit, what? Then they
I'm
pull
pretty
it,
sure that I'm
And
pretty
they
sure
pull-
they're only on HBO for a month,
and then they
Yeah,
pull it,
that's
and
what
then
actually I remember hearing that.
and then re-release it, right? 6 months later. Is that what you're saying?
Interesting.
Like they're gonna?
I don't know, like when it's going to
Kinda-
be back on HBO Max, but
Well,
I think
the-
it was
well,
like
it-
each
maybe
movie
it-
will be on for a month at the same time. That
Maybe
it's
it doesn't go back to HBO Max. Maybe what happens is
Maybe
it
not.
becomes DVD or whatever, and
There's
then
plenty of things that have already come and gone on HBO Max.
Yeah,
the John
yeah.
Wick films were all on there.
Yeah.
Back over the summer, and they're already
It's-
gone.
yeah, that's interesting.
Dennis Villeneuve has said the HBO Max thing has potentially killed the sequel to Dune
Oh,
because it's not going to make any money at the box office.
But that also
So-
stinks. Well, let's see. Dune either will be the greatest ending ever because it leaves you on a cliffhanger where you're like, no, or you're super pissed because you're like, damn, that didn't
Yeah, they
resolve
just
anything.
need to demand like a portion of the new HBO subscriber.
But
money.
even that's finicky. They definitely I think the business itself has to be reevaluated. Like at the end of the day,
There
They
should be
have
something
said-
else.
They have said in specific. They said, that whole 7-week trial free trial period that you have. They're not
Mhm.
They're going to turn that off
No, the
for
1-week
Christmas.
The
Yeah.
1-week trial is gone.
yeah, it's
All of the
already
trials are gone.
it's pulled,
You need
yeah.
to pay. You will pay us $15, $16, whatever, to be able to watch any of these movies.
And
Absolutely.
but let me I'll be real. Like in the COVID situation where as a consumer going to the
It's worth
theater, going to the theater isn't really. Listen, you get to subscribe for $16, and nobody said you only had to watch Wonder Woman. You can watch everything on HBO. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
HBO is really good. I'm a huge fan of it. I don't have it right now, but I will get it.
The other thing is this. I mean, if they do end up charging per view of this, each movie and everything,
They're not going to.
I mean, it's not going to be unlike what happened with
Free.
Disney Plus and Mulan.
Right.
What's that?
It's all free.
Can I
It's all
be
included.
real? Can I be real?
You don't have to pay anything
Disney-
extra.
Disney
on top of your
reboots.
subscription.
Disney reboots are garbage. So I'm just like I don't think it could. I think Mulan was already gonna have like a struggling effect because of the way they keep bumping them out It's like every 3 months they reboot something. It was one thing when they were
Yeah.
rebooting like Cinderella.
And all the
They
Chinese.
did-
I'm not going to mention that. I'm not getting us demonetized for mentioning
Yeah, come on,
stuff.
buddy. Come on,
Yeah.
as if my mouth.
Oh,
did.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
already
Chinese.
blocked your video, Sean.
Yeah, we're not
keep
getting.
but you-
Yeah,
we're not
Sean.
getting
Yeah, you're
blocked.
frozen. Yeah, Sean. They
Sean,
blocked your
I
video.
have news for you.
Your video. They
I
blocked
have news for you already. If we have skulls in our video, they block our videos. Fuck China.
you. Oh man.
There, I said
Okay.
it.
Well,
So-
yeah, but Milan received backlash for filming in the same province as the internment camps they got there.
Ooh, that's never good. That's probably because it's beautiful.
Oh my god, are you serious?
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
where
and then in the
evil
credits
is
for the
there.
movie, they thanked the local government of the province where the camps are
Yeah, it's not a good.
for allowing
look.
them to film there. It received a lot of backlash.
Not a good
A
look.
lot.
Not a good
Well,
look.
I didn't
buddy.
give them any of my money. I don't feel bad.
Yeah,
I
no, me
mean,
neither.
they
Well, it's not
also
for them.
the actress who plays Mulan also went on record saying, "I stand with Tokyo police."
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that wasn't worth it. I wouldn't sell the
Just
soul
say
for
I-
that. Mulan,
didn't
I'm
see
sorry.
the-
I'm sorry, but you were never going to be better than Mulan, the movie, the animated, because it's just way too beautiful.
My brother
It's a great-
watched it. He said he regretted paying for that.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad he regretted
regrets.
it.
Why is my
Okay.
video frozen?
Yeah, Sean,
don't
that's
know.
what I've
Why
been
is your
telling
video
you.
frozen?
You were blocked.
I don't know.
You've been
I don't
blocked.
know.
China's already gotten to Sean.
Yeah, you said something. And they were like, I'm out.
So coming up next, one really quick thing. We had this discussion a little bit.
Mhm.
Chadwick Boseman confirmed is definitely not getting replaced. There was some speculation within other comic book podcasts and movie podcasts and news saying that they're thinking about replacing Chadwick Boseman. That's confirmed. He's not. So they're going to stick to the comics. Shuri's going to be the next Black Panther.
Then did they confirm Shuri?
They have confirmed. Kevin Feige has gone on record
Are
and
you
said
sure
Shuri
she's
is going
still-
to be the next.
Are you sure
Whether
she's
she
still
likes it or
because-
not.
after?
Do we know if Letitia Wright's getting recast?
Yeah, or is she getting recast?
Nah, they just
That would be
put her in a
interesting.
little timeout and said, "Think
Yeah.
about what you're doing."
Dude, she
You
deleted
like
her
We
money?
have
social-
had this conversation.
deleted
We've
her
had this
social-
conversation.
She deleted her social media. She went
Yeah.
off the whole thing. She was like, "I'm gone,"
Good.
because she effed up. Like,
Yeah,
well,
good.
I just listen. I know when to voice. I have a right to my opinion. I know when and where to share it. It's my right to share it when I want to. But like, I also know that there's always going to be consequences for things to like freedom of speech is great and all, but I feel like for her career, I mean, like you don't gotta voice your opinion. Honestly, nobody cares. You just keep it like, but people do care when you say the wrong thing, you know. So it's kind of just like, just keep your thoughts to yourself. You don't gotta tell the world everything. You can believe it. That's the beauty of your opinion, is you can believe it.
I mean, she can still share it.
Yeah, no, she can share it, but you can't expect that there wouldn't be a backlash. You know what I mean, or anything, just because like it was. I don't agree with it. I mean, like. Yeah, it's just what was going to happen. It was to be expected, is what I'm saying.
The last bit of news is going to be the big thing I think that's going to lead up to the biggest discussion right now. And the reason why I asked Sean not to bring this up is because Spider-Man 3 has been confirmed. Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst are all coming to Spider-Man 3. It is confirmed. This is...
Scott saying, oh my God, it's happening. Everybody say,
"Oh my God, it's happening!"
So,
oh my God,
the
it's
reason
happening.
Why this is the reason why I'm saying I said hold off, let me talk about this, is because this is just me. I have not confirmed this with any news source. I have not confirmed this with Marvel. I have not confirmed this with anything else.
We have no contacts. If Marvel wants to talk to us, please do.
Well, I may have a contact here coming up soon. It just depends on what happens. So I'll let you guys know about that here soon.
Ooh.
I already have kind of like a contact with DC, but I'm trying to get some works in. With Marvel, this is me saying this right now, and I'm telling the speculators to check this out right now. I'm going to say it right here. Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen. I'm speculating right now that they are going to be in Spider-Man 3. I'm going to call it and say that. The other thing is this. Jamie Foxx has been confirmed to come back as Electro, and Alfred Molina is coming back as Doc Ock.
Yeah.
You're getting the whole kit and caboodle. Now, here's the thing.
And
Tom
Sinister Six movie
Tom Hardy's
finally.
going to be in it. Sinister Six. Tom Hardy's going to be in it.
Wait, was that confirmed?
I saw that.
You fuck with my emotions. I'll kill you.
I'm pretty sure I saw that in the announcement.
I'll tell you what, Crave. You find that out. You confirm it for me. I will give you a big hug and a cookie.
All right, I'm coming for that cookie.
So, the other thing that is kind of questionable right now is some of the other villains. So we know Michael Keaton is still going to be Vulture.
Yep.
We
had Scorpion in Homecoming.
What's that actor's help me out here?
Wait, you missed one.
I don't know the actor. I don't know.
He's the guy from Breaking Bad, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Better Call Saul, I believe.
Yeah, Better Call Saul. Well, no, he's in both, but yeah.
Is he in Breaking Bad?
Yeah, he's in the very beginning of Breaking Bad. He's like OG character from like the first or second season.
Wait, sorry, I was looking.
Craven, what's up?
What did I miss? What were you guys talking about?
No, we're talking about the guy who's playing Scorpion.
He's going to be,
by the way,
Scorpion.
Oh, right,
Michael Mando.
That guy's totally.
Yeah, he's good.
He is being modeled after the Miles Morales issue 12.
He was
Ultimate Spider-Man Scorpion.
Anyway, we forgot about Charlie Cox, Daredevil.
Yeah, he's in.
That's right.
Did you say what? What did you say, Sean?
He played Baz in Far Cry 3.
Yeah, he's that guy. Yeah.
Along with what's his name? Who plays Gus Fring? Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, he's in there.
It's
They're
all
both
about
in Breaking Bad.
It's all about who you know.
They're both in Far Cry.
It's all about who you know.
This is me announcing that I'm going to be making a parody song called Giancarlo Esposito.
All right, cool. So
am I too close?
That's the news.
No, that's one more thing I'd like to mention that I forgot earlier.
But
Fantastic Four has been announced.
Yep, that's right.
Directed by John Watts. For some reason, that was left off the list I sent you guys.
Yeah.
That's because it hasn't been. It's the contracts with Sony and Marvel have been in contest for some time now. But John Watts has been told you're getting the Fantastic Four reboot. It's not been a big announcement, and that's unfortunate because Fantastic Four I really want to happen.
Who's
But
the first
yes, you're
mutant?
correct.
Who's the first mutant that gets brought into the MCU? Call it. Who is it? Is anybody, It's Wolverine.
I'm gonna say Magneto.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Listen, all I know is the shield that he got at the end of Endgame, Falcon. Did you notice that the shield is different? It's because it's an adamantium shield, not a vibranium one. It's gonna be, and then they're gonna tie that into Wolverine clawing he's gonna claw the shield, and then he's gonna think like, how the fuck did you get your hands on this metal, boy? It's gonna be cool. I don't know. I'm telling you, it's gonna be neat. I think it's Wolverine.
Okay.
Unless I don't know. It's WandaVision and Falcon are coming out at the same time, so it might be Quicksilver too. Through like
I gotta
WandaVision.
renew my Disney Plus now because of you guys.
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
No.
So
I hate
comics.
you. Why are you the way that you are?
Do you want to do?
I hate everything you stand for.
Listen, I know you have crossover first. I'm doing Heroes at Home first. Am I the only one who read Heroes at Home, or who
Not
else?
read it.
Okay, Sean, you read it. Anybody else?
Yeah.
This was cool. It's a $10 book. I don't think it's worth $10,
It's
but
tiny.
$10?
$10?
Oh, yeah, it's a $10 book.
I read it digitally.
It's not worth $10, but if it went to charity, it would have been worth
I'm
$10.
out.
It would have been. He should.
No,
make
I'm just
a
kidding.
story.
I'm back.
It's
No, if it was a charity book,
if this was a
think it
charity
would be worth
book, this would have been this probably would have sold like crazy because it was a charity book. It's really good.
Spider-Man.
What?
Yeah, Spider-Man uses his webs. He mixes up his webs with his yeast, and he ends up putting his webs in his bread, and his bread blows up in like the oven, and like webs go everywhere. It's hilarious. And then yeast is in his web shooters.
It was written by Zeb Wells, and the art was by Guri Hiro.
I just looked up the Spider-Man 3 film, and it's supposed to be released December 17th, 2021. So a year from now.
Oh, that's
No
cool.
way. No way.
Placeholder.
No way. The
maybe.
pandemic's still going on.
Thor.
They're still already filming.
The studio is really good at
Thor.
testing, so they can keep filming right now.
In Heroes at Home, Thor decides to give himself a fucking haircut, but he like fucks it up. So he starts
He
getting
gives himself
mad.
bangs.
Yeah, he ends up bald. He shaves it all off. He shaves it all off. It's great. This is a funny book. Like Wolverine.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah, Eddie. Oh, Eddie has a mask. You know, it's Venom. Like that's cool. It was a good book.
That's funny.
Not $10
That's
worth,
funny.
but if it was a charity, this would have been awesome, man. This would have been a perfect book.
Is it
to
not
give.
for charity? I feel like if it's going to be something like that.
It would have been awesome. It would have been a great idea. But
Oh,
I just wanted to get that out of the way. I really liked it. It wasn't worth $10, but it was a fun
it was really
read.
fun.
It's
Yeah, it was very funny. I actually
had
laughed
just-
while reading it.
Yeah. It had the Spider-Man thing set it off perfectly because like Spider-Man's trying to bake bread and he ends up. Here, I'll show you real quick just so you can see.
Then he got a
Spider-Man-
yeast infection.
Yeah, he's here. He's baking bread. He's like whoop whoop whoop, not paying attention, doing his laundry, you know, doing vacuuming on the phone. He's fixing his web shooters. He realizes something isn't working with his web shooters. And then he goes back. It says active dry yeast. He's like, ah, shit, I just put the wrong thing in the bread. He goes back and he blew up his, you know, he's got webs everywhere. It's just like a funny story. It's perfect. So everybody had like a little conundrum, you know, like about it.
Yeah, it
Good
was
book.
really funny.
Fun. Now we can go over crossover too. Sean, Sean, you did shout this out, didn't you? You said who the art was.
Yeah, Zeb Wells, Guri Hiro.
Yeah, it was good.
You know what? I just looked up why it's $10. It was because it was a weekly comic book story that was collected by. This is a collection of stuff that he was putting online.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I've seen
Interesting.
I saw the Spider-Man one before on Reddit a few months ago.
Okay. So you're buying his internet art or whatever in a collected licensed version or something from Marvel. That's cool. Yeah, crossover. Donny Cates, baby.
Oh, by
Oh my
Jeff Shaw.
god.
Yeah, that's cool. I dig it
Oh my
still.
God.
I'm still down. This is a 6 issue, right?
Oh my god.
Is that where
This
we're
is not
at?
a 6 issue. This is a continuous series
extended.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ongoing.
Oh, cool.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. Yeah.
Neat.
And it starts off with
I'm kind
The
of
guy from Runaways
upset with that, but it's okay. I just like end it. I want
The
you
guy
to
from Runaways?
create a
yeah,
story.
the guy
and
from
end it.
Runaways is found dead at
I
the
hate
beginning
you.
of the story.
You fucking troll. I'll fucking hunt you down.
Good
Anybody,
luck. You'll have to use the metric system to find me.
you guys? Well, that's they showed a little bit of Spawn hand in this. That was pretty cool.
You showed a lot of hands.
Yeah.
The opening scene of this though is really funny. It's a news report, and she's like, "Comic book writer found dead. Brian K. Vaughan has been murdered." Acclaimed Marvel comic writer.
Who do you think he? So the kid who at the end of the second one is now being arrested or whatever and taken in. throughout this issue. Who do you think the man who's telling him that he's going to he's going to fix everything?
Jeez.
Who's he talking
Yeah.
to?
That's a hard one.
I know. Like, who do you think he got?
Uatu.
Oh, cool. That would actually be really cool. Uatu would be a
That's what I'm
great
thinking,
idea.
yeah.
I think Marvel, like I said, would be more inclined to license the character out. That's why we're saying Superman, as the S. But if I had to look at it based on DC and Marvel, I say Marvel's more inclined to license out the character.
Is Uatu big enough to sell out an issue of a comic?
No. Why is he
I
the
mean-
one? No. Why is he? He's not the S on his chest character. He just is the guy behind the veil.
No.
He's just the guy
Okay,
behind the
I
veil.
thought- Yeah.
So you know how the guy?
I thought you meant. I
No,
thought you meant
no,
he was the
no.
big crossover
No,
character.
It could have
Sean,
somebody that's got like
who- do you know who I'm talking about?
multiple personalities Or like
Do you know who I'm talking about now?
Things.
Yeah, the guy in the
Yeah.
cell who.
Yeah, who's like
is
Because they
him and
keep
Josh.
saying like
Yeah.
this individual, like
he can't be.
maybe I shouldn't say it's like multiple people or
He
something
can't-
like that.
He can't be hurt either, or whatever. He can't be manipulated by the serum or whatever's making. Wasn't there something that he said stops them from? But
Yeah, they got like
Yeah.
power dampening lights.
power dampening lights. Yeah, and he can't be
Although
affected by it.
the most unrealistic part of his issue is Batman somehow hasn't broken out.
No,
And they-
he's
they
actually-
no. He's just
unrealistic
biding
thing
his
is that
time.
Wonder
He's just
Woman gets
biding
to
his
keep her
time.
Lasso.
They've
Ooh.
explained that even though they have powers, a lot of their abilities have been lessened since coming out of the bubble.
Yeah.
It's not that that's gone.
But can
It's
you
just like
lessen the
Yes,
power
but
of a lasso?
Batman doesn't have
Yeah.
powers.
Well, it doesn't make you tell the truth anymore. It just only makes you tell half truths. You're just like,
Just used for bondage.
Yeah, it's just bondage rope now. I like.
I'm
the-
actually really happy you said that because I really wanted to clarify that mentality about Wonder Woman was made fun of in this because that idea of Wonder Woman's the old book that Donny Cates made fun of, it's Seduction of the Innocent, which is a big reason why there was actually big funeral pyres of comic books. That's why a lot of those older issues are rare, is because they started doing public burnings of comic books. This book came out, Seduction of the Innocent. I brought this up before. Said Wonder Woman was a dominatrix lesbian, that Superman was a communist, and Batman was a gay pedophile.
Which is all correct, of course.
No, fuck you.
I also like the. Do we catch this guy's name?
That's so cool. I'm sorry, I didn't
Oh, yeah.
notice on the panel
Special
with the.
direct-
I didn't notice that Todd. Did Todd do these characters as well? I'm just wondering if they were characters
Yeah,
that Todd had
I don't know.
touched.
What guy are you
I
talking
like
about,
the,
Josh?
The page where they introduce Special Director Pendleton,
Yeah.
and they have all the different memorabilia behind him. So you've got the web slinger. You've got, I don't know if that's the Green
It's
Lantern.
the Green Lantern
ring.
power ring. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it kind of looked, maybe it could have been like kryptonite or something. It kind of looks like
I
a
can see
green
why you think
rock.
that, yeah.
It's-
But
it's
the
a
reason
little
why I
too
know
blurry.
it's Green Lantern is because Johnny Cates has said on his podcast with Ryan Stegman and his amazing friends that his two characters that he's in love with from each publisher
So
is Green Lantern and
the,
Spider-Man. Same
Is
as
it-
me.
is
Johnny
it
Cates,
just-
you're my spirit animal.
it did just
the old
reveal it's
school
Superman,
Ant-Man.
right? This reveals that it's Superman.
No, that's just
No.
the power
Okay.
reducing,
Oh, bullet.
power
Okay.
dampening,
Bullet.
whatever technology.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
Kryptonite bullet. Okay.
That's the first
A
thing
lot
that
of people
popped in
thought
my
it was.
mind, but
Yeah.
then he said it in the dialogue.
Oh, he
I
did.
don't know
Yeah,
if
he
this
did.
is relevant, but
It's good.
I
I'm
think the-
excited.
this is such a small detail, so it might just be, I could be completely wrong, but the ring in the case is Alan Scott's ring.
And is this a transformer?
Oh,
Are we getting
It's
like?
not,
no, that's a
it's not
Gundam.
typical
Gundam.
Green Lantern
Oh, it's a
ring.
Gundam. That's it. It's a
Gundam!
Gundam. Yes.
I forgot about the. Sorry, Sean,
Yeah,
you
go
do
ahead.
your thing.
Yeah, the ring in the case is Alan Scott's ring, so it's not a typical Green Lantern core ring. Whether
has a
that's going to
bigger
be
ring?
relevant later or not, but yeah, his one's like magic powered, and it's a bit bigger.
Oh, I see why you're saying that because it actually looks like an old school lantern on the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Alan Scott's ring looks like, and I'll send a picture to the chat now.
Okay.
Okay. So, one of the other thoughts I had about the guy in the cell. So if you read the letter that's addressed
Yes.
to the
Right.
kid, he's just like, "Hey, man."
Yeah. What is that? What's that
And
about?
then, and this 3 dots keeps popping up.
They're the
you know, there's a
process
three
of
dots at the end.
ellipses,
It's
aren't
signed with 3 dots. The end of the issues has those 3 dots. I'm wondering
Process
if
of-
the guy in the cell is one of the writers. Like, you know, maybe they wrote, you know, they've written
Donny
Brian
Cates?
Cavon. Yeah, it's Donny Cates. Donny Cates is writing himself into the comic.
Are these 3 dots?
I would.
Are these 3 dots ellipsis? Are they supposed to be that? Is that what they're supposed to be?
It could be an ellipses. It could also.
okay.
I mean, that's the guy's signature, apparently.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to figure it out if that's what he's intending by these 3 dots. Like usually 3 dots is indicated to like, isn't it supposed to be like? It's a space between longer than the period. I just wonder like if it has any.
Whoever's telling the story is probably the person like
It's cool.
in the cell telling them what's going to happen.
Do we think it is a character? Well, let's say. Do we think it's is it a famous character that from a Marvel or DC? Is it an Image famous character?
Now that
It
you
could,
said it,
but
say-
like the
it could
writing
be
is so
writer, I'm thinking-
nonchalant.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
very
seem
like,
any
hey man, it
high-
almost seems like Spider-Man writing it. Like, yo,
I think it
bro.
might be Donny Cates.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think Donnie is breaking the wall? So what is? Does that mean Donnie?
I think
When a writer breaks the wall into a comic, is there a term for that rather than like, you know, a comic can break out to the 4th wall, but we're already in the 4th wall, huh? Breaking into the 4th wall. Oh, the 5th wall. Oh shit! Just add another layer, buddy. This cake is huge. No, that's cool. Donnie makes sense. This Donnie, I'm going with Donnie. Donnie's the best pick right now. I like that. That's
Also,
solid.
quick question. On the page where we got the director's office and it's got the ring and stuff, what is the thing next to Ant-Man's helmet?
Oh, that other.
Oh,
kind of
it was. Oh, I was just on that page
Is
looking
that
at that
a
too.
Battlestar Galactica?
Nice.
Is that one of the Cylons,
I don't know. I've never watched Battlestar
Yeah, I
Galactica.
can't figure it out. Yep, I don't know.
or maybe a Cyberman from Doctor Who?
Oh, no,
Ooh,
it's
look at that
Ant-Man's helmet.
sword all the way on the left.
Is it Doom's mask? You know.
Oh
I
my
don't-
fucking god.
What?
Wow, I just found this out. Crossover issue number 3 has almost 100,000 orders.
Dude, he
Well,
said it was
that's
going to
not-
sell
no.
out. Remember, his balls were huge, and he said it. He let everybody know. Right?
Well, that's no Joker's numbers.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, it's not 300,000 issues.
Yeah.
How is it for how is it for an Image comic though? You know, that's a good way to relate it.
Dramatic.
Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Walking Dead levels
Yeah, that's good.
towards the end.
But yeah, one thing I will mention is, so at the end of the first issue, it was teased like, oh, Superman is responsible for getting people out of the comic world. But in this, she specifies, no, Superman didn't bring us across. He protected us in the camp.
So maybe he's, depowered still because of the, whatever lights, but he's still, out there fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
Deep. I wonder.
Oh my god.
Does anybody have anything else to add to crossover? Just wondering.
How weird would it be?
Keep reading it. It's great. I think it's getting better and better.
This is
Killed
incredible.
Superman.
Do you guys think it might be possible that the Amalgam universe might be coming into this?
The
I
what?
don't
That
know.
would be sick.
I don't know what that is.
The Amalgam
so-
universe? So,
Yeah.
I'm very happy about that you don't know about this. So, for new listeners, the Amalgam
Years
universe.
to tell someone about this.
Is this-
So in the Amalgam universe, years ago, Kurt Busiek wrote a crossover storyline with Marvel and DC where the worlds mashed and
cool.
they got into a fight. People used to phone in,
Yeah, I
hey, who
think-
would win in this fight?
I've heard
So it
of
was
this,
like Hulk versus Superman. Hulk overwhelmingly lost by phone-in ballots. Batman versus I forgot who he fought. But then it was like Wolverine versus Lobo, which was really funny. Aquaman versus Namor, just really funny stuff, but it was just entertaining. So I'm wondering if the Amalgam universe would be the thing that crosses over into this, because that was a crossover. This is called crossover.
Right.
This is just speculation. I have no idea.
yeah, yeah.
crossover
Oh,
of
yeah.
crossovers. And then
Yeah, exactly.
in one issue we'll get the Commanders in Crisis just to pop in.
Oh Jesus! And the one guy, he'll be kissing all the, all the dudes getting all the props. It's like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. All right, are we good on crossover though? Does
Yeah,
anybody-
I just want to
Yeah.
say, like, the joke did make me laugh where, at the beginning, Brian K. Vaughan dies, and they're like, the news is reporting him as the prolific Marvel writer, even though, like, he's more known for his Image stuff at this point, I think.
Yeah. Well, who
And
knows what
then-
he is?
Yeah,
Then the
and,
comic book shop opener.
the comic shop owner's like, really, a Marvel writer? And then
Yeah.
Ellie gets back and he's like, Brian K. Vaughan died, and she's like, who? The Runaways guy?
I want to see their
And
reaction
that did make me laugh.
to being written in here.
Oh, I'm sure you can go on Twitter. I'm sure they said something, right?
He's not on Twitter.
Nope. Brian K. Vaughan is off Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have any social media presence.
Damn. Okay. So them in particular, I guess you won't be able to see unless they did an interview.
I don't think he's coming back on social media until soccer comes back.
What about Chip Zdarsky? What about Scott Snyder? They're missing. What did they say about it? Did they have any responses?
I didn't see anything from them.
Yeah.
I think Zdarsky commented on it.
Yeah, just that would be funny. All right, I'm gonna quick go over.
Yeah, this is a very good book.
I'm just bringing it up.
I'm loving it.
Norse mythology #3 tackles another story.
I'm glad that you're reading that, man.
This is this is cool because like it seems like they're gonna do every 2 issues as a full like Norse story. So like this one ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You know, and it's about the I don't want to give any spoilers, so I don't really want to say it.
This issue is very political.
If I say a man comes to build a wall for Asgard, that's all I'll say.
That's what I mean by political.
Yeah. I don't want to if I say who the man is, then
he goes down, frost giants out.
Yeah, and it's very ironic how this ends. But Loki's in a bit of a pickle, as he was just like he was in the other story. You're going to start to notice a theme with Loki. That he is the cause.
It's all Loki thinking he's outsmarted everyone, and then it backfires on him.
Yes, that is Norse mythology. Every story, it really does. But he does get the last laugh because come Ragnarok, he wins. He kills all the gods. So
la 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 la.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's a spoiler. It's like okay. Do we want to do this?
This is a really cool issue.
Do we want to? Yeah, the art's great and it's still going. If you like Norse stuff, read it. That's all I gotta say. It's really good. And
I've got the Gaiman book on my shelf. I need to read it.
And I think it'd be cool if you kind of checked it out afterwards because it really does tell the stories just like this. It's not like made to be funny or like they are goofs. Like you don't. By the time you're done with Norse mythology, you don't respect any of them. You're like these guys are idiots. Like that's the funniest thing about Odin is he's a cultist like moron. It's ridiculous. Like throughout all of when you learn, you're just like this guy's whack. But I still love Odin nonetheless. Praise Odin. Don't kill me.
Praise Odin.
Yeah. Do we want to do the death metal tie-in?
Yes.
I don't know how much you want to go into it. Why don't you pick the stories you liked out of it? Or go over. Everybody got a story pretty much, right? Like you had a Lantern story, you had a Superman story, you had a Batman story, you had a Teen Titans story, you had an Aquaman story. You had a Green Arrow story. You had it was cool.
Let's go in order. So the main one is the Titans story, which is I really like this because it brings. Well, I'll say the general outline of the issue is it's all the heroes preparing to go to their deaths. Basically, they know tomorrow in the battle they are most likely going to die to save the multiverse, and they are willing to make the sacrifice. So this is them making peace on their last night on Earth.
And then
I think on the whole, this was a really beautiful issue.
Right? Wally shows up at the end.
Yeah, so it's told in 2 parts, but I think we'll just cover the whole story, both parts together. So yeah, it's all the Teen Titans are grouped up on the beach, all the different generations. You've got like the new Teen Titans from not Chris Claremont, that was X-Men, Marv Wolfman's run. You've got like the New 52 ones, you've got the current ones, you've got all these different generations of Teen Titans together. You've got Young Justice, and they're just on the beach chilling. And then Wally shows up, and people are expecting it to sort of kick off with because he killed Roy Harper. But no, Donna Troy walks up to him, and she just hugs him.
Did you read this, Ty, or no?
I read the Green Lantern story, and
that was
good. Wade.
Didn't read it.
What is wrong with you? You're really pissing me off today.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wanted to pick it up, but I was like, "This is a beautiful looking book. It looks like it's like $9 or $10. That seems fair to me for a square bound issue. That's fine."
It's weird. It's weird. they give you all this heartfelt shit about nothing I effing care about, which is the hardest part, because like all of this should have just been a one shot, not connected to death metal, where they just described going into battle for one last time. Because death metal, I'm like, I don't fucking even know what's going on. Like like what the fuck? Not to be rude,
that
but
is
I'm like,
the only
they
sort
write,
of complaint I can
they
make about this
write all
issue
this
is I don't care
heartfelt
about
shit.
the main event.
Yeah, I don't care.
Each individual story is told really well if these characters preparing for
Definitely.
death.
I just wonder
But-
why it has to have this death metal. I'm like, God damn, dude, this shit. You're writing this all this heartfelt shit, and I don't even.
Yeah,
This
at
is
the end, we have a character return. Well, return, he's dead, but he's been brought back by the Black Lantern ring. Roy Harper is back as a zombie.
Oh,
And he walks over to like Donna and Wally, and he's like, "Oh, do you really think I was going to miss the fight?" And he like smiles and like sort of tips his hat at Wally, as in like no hard feelings. And yeah, it was a really good story, I thought.
okay. I mean, I really wanted to read it because you hyped it up so much, and I mean, for me, I just wanted to read the Jeff Lemire.
You didn't
Green
even
Lantern.
read the story that I was hyping up because of.
I thought you were hyping up
Like-
the Titan ones. I didn't know you were so obsessed with the Mark Waid one, man. Listen, why don't
It
you
isn't
Mark
the Mark
Waid?
Waid one. It is not the Mark Waid one.
Which one is it?
The Cecil
one with-
Castellucci one.
It's probably the one with the Dick Babs
yeah.
and Dick Babs. That's why he was asking about Dick Babs,
Dick
trying
and
to get us.
Barbara got
trying to
married
get
in
us-
this issue.
He's trying to get us all to fucking say Dick Babs, and then none of us said it because we were all like Dick Fire, you know. But yeah,
Babs
Yeah.
Fire.
Babs Fire. I'm down with that.
Yeah, Cecil Castellucci and Mirka Andolfo. And
Yeah.
Dick and Babs got married
Yeah, cool
by
art. Weird
Bruce.
art.
And he was like, by the power invested in me by no one.
Oh yeah, I think
I don't
want to
go through every story. Let's go through the Green Lantern one though, because that was cool. I just want to say the Green Lantern's
Jeff
cool.
Lemire and
Hal Jordan
Raphael Albuquerque.
has one last night where he contemplates life by himself. He decides to go alone. He says, I know this
He
isn't
just
how I
wants to
should.
fly.
Yeah, he just wants to fly one last time. Feel no fear. He runs into Sinestro. Sinestro tries to have a conversation, but Hal's a stubborn self. And he's like, I don't even want to hear it. But by the time they do get to talking, Sinestro kind of tells him they're on the same team tonight, you know what I mean? And like he's just trying to have a conversation with him. And it was cool because, you know, he gets the ring one last time, you know what I mean? And he gets to put the ring on, which was cool.
And go on, Ty.
Well, I was just going to say that, I mean, a big reason why I'm like in love with stories like this is because, for one thing, Jeff Lemire really does know how to drive character interactions home. I love that about him. I honestly hope that this means that he's going to be writing the next Green Lantern story. This is the second Green Lantern story that he's written.
What was the first?
It was the 80th anniversary issue. He wrote a story in it.
Oh, okay. What about that?
Yeah. So I feel like I'm really hoping that this means that he's going to be the one taking over. Honestly, I'm just excited for who's going to be next.
already know
But I
he's
mean,
not.
the reason why I love.
We already know who's taking over.
Are you thinking Mark Waid?
No, it's been confirmed who's taking over. Give me a second to get the name up.
Okay, cool.
I'm skipping the Wonder Woman one.
It's
Sorry.
Jeffrey Thorne, who is writing the Green Lantern Future State. He's taken over the ongoing after that in March.
I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
Okay. Why are you skipping the Wonder Woman story, man?
It was very good.
It wasn't very good. And I'm not trying to.
I wasn't done with the Green Lantern story.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just say when Sinestro puts the ring back on, he's like, I'd forgotten how it feels to not be afraid. And I thought that was a really cool moment.
That was a good touch.
And also just a little detail in this, he keeps mentioning like, oh, like I want to fly and find some blue, talking about the sky. But it also works because the Blue Lantern core is hope. So it's like he's searching for hope by flying around. So I sort of liked the sort of metaphor there.
Mm.
You know,
the Green Arrow Black Canary story I thought was really cool. I liked it. Written by Gail Simone.
Yeah, like I said, I just don't like the event. I'm like, I don't even know these characters in the event, so I'm like, why the fuck should I care about this guy's story? I care more about DC's Dead Planets version of this than I do about this one. Like, that's all I'm trying to say. Is like, same with the Aquaman one. I was like, what the fuck, man? It's all these hard contemplations about something I haven't thought hard about at all. This story, if we're talking like all substance or like like all aesthetic and no substance. Like death metal is like all this aesthetic from Greg Capullo killing
It's all
it, and like
flash.
this dude's writing. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're going on about, man. But I don't feel like this is the last day ever. I don't feel that way. But I get it.
There
Like,
was a page. The Green Arrow story did make me laugh because they meet their daughter from a different Earth.
yeah, that was cool. Like it's
And-
cool.
Yeah, but it made me laugh because Ollie's like, I don't care, you're from a different Earth. Come here, kid. And he's like looking at him. He's like, you've got your mother's eyes. You've got canary eyes. And she was
Yeah.
like, ha, that's funny. On my Earth, things were a little different. And it cuts like a page of like Ollie dressed as Black Canary and Dinah is Green Arrow.
Damn.
And it was quite funny. I'll send the page to the chat in a second.
So, I mean, I'm looking at a Bleeding Cool article, and I'm looking at this Jeffrey Thorne, and I've not seen anything that he's written before. This is weird.
Okay, I'm putting it away. Say whatever else you want, Sean, about this guy.
The Wade story was great. It
Yeah.
was really
That was
good.
Superman, at
Superman
his
basically
finest.
uses some Legion tech to make a time travel device that lets him go back in time an hour.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
That was
he
cool.
basically keeps doing it until the device breaks, going back like tens of thousands of times. So he can be everywhere in the world to save everyone at once and still be with his family.
Yeah.
And it was just a really heartfelt issue. It was very simple. It felt a little bit Grant Morrison, just a
Right.
touch, but it had a lot of heart.
I think
And
the most
it was
the
really
Grant Morrison thing was the cloning the machine or whatever the machine that
Yeah.
keeps it's like divisive. It's a little divisive. It would have been pretty neat though. I really liked I liked the story, the overall that Superman's trying to save everything. I kind of wish that was a whole 31 page like one shot. It would have been cool to like see him just contemplate one last day of doing good, which would have been cool. Did anybody read?
And it had a little. Sorry, just one more thing. It had a
Yeah.
little flash, like a little reference to All Star Superman, which is he saves someone about to kill themselves, jumping off a
Yeah,
building.
yeah. That's neat. Did they?
And
How did I know
the
that?
front.
For some reason I knew that was a callback to the.
I've probably sent it to a chat.
Yeah, you
before,
must.
'cause I
Have,
really
yeah,
like
you
that
must have
page.
sent it. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the Francis Manipul art in this was incredible as well. The colors were
Yep.
great.
Yep.
Um,
Did anybody read Black
yeah.
and White? Just wondering. Was anybody?
I read the
reading?
first story.
Okay. It's cool. It's cool little stories. I'd say I think there's 6 stories maybe or 5. 3 of them are really good and 3 of them are kind of just blah, So it's worth
I
checking.
really liked the Tynan story. It was different. It was quirky. It was a bit weird.
Tynan's was cool. I'll go through just real quick to say whose I liked. I liked Tynan's. He was the first story, right?
Yeah, the Devil's Fist, Demon's Fist.
Yeah. I liked Tynan's, and then the art was cool in that. It's real trippy art, dude. That was trippy art. Williams was really good. J.H. Williams III. And they also gave you a really funny advisory, like in the beginning here of J.H. Williams, where it pretty much says, this guy doesn't do any note. He just, there's no script to this guy. He's like, I just write whatever I write. Like, it's just, he doesn't do any templates.
The story straight from his imagination and then works the story around that.
Yeah, he's just, it all comes out of my ass. I love it. It's great. He's really good at splash pages. If you guys don't know who J.H. Williams III is, that dude's splash pages are just beyond.
Yeah, his work on, was it Sandman Overture he did?
Yeah, and
I didn't
Promethea.
know that.
Promethea, if anybody's read that, his work on that's really good.
He did Promethea? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, with Alan Moore. Yeah.
Nice.
Paul Dini's was a stinker, I feel like. I didn't like Paul
unpopular
Dini's.
opinion. I don't think Paul Dini is that talented.
He did really good with the animated series, though, helming that
He
or
did.
whatever. But I feel you. Based on what I just read.
He wrote the script for Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
Oh, for the games?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense, though. I feel like, once again, in a comic, he might not be a good writer, but he did the animated good. He did that good,
He has an acclaimed run on Detective Comics from the mid-2000s.
Yeah, that's pretty much what his omnibus covers. His recent Paul Dini Batman omnibus covers a lot of the detective stuff. Okay,
He also wrote a comic a few years ago. I can't remember what it was called.
There's a really
The
good.
Darkest Night, maybe, but it dealt with early on in the animated series. In his career in the Batman animated series, he was mugged and really badly beaten up and hospitalized.
I
And
thought that was
wrote
somebody else.
No, it's
Oh,
Dini.
dude, no. My shop owner just told me this. Literally, just told me this when I picked up comics. I brought up Paul Dini because he was in this. He said the same exact story, that he got mugged and that affected his writing. You know, or like that's a piece of him. Sean, you know you're frozen.
like,
just in case you know, Sean, you're frozen. Sorry, I just wanted to tell you. Just so you know.
Why? And it's a really gross picture as well.
No, you look beautiful.
Now you're smiling. You
No,
look
no,
fine.
You look. Oh, look at you. Oh.
But anyway,
Yeah,
Black and White was cool. I don't know. I think I'm gonna read the next one and see how it keeps going. But there were some stinkers, but there was some really good shit too. That was like, dude. Wait, I just had it out. Oh, the last story was a Killer Croc story about like calling him Wayland and calling him a creature and treat him kind of. The Wayland is trying to convey to Batman that you don't understand, you're beautiful under your mask, and then Batman's like, it's not. He's like, I don't see it as beauty. It's cool. By the end of it, he says it's not as pretty as you think it is, like his world and like that he views himself. It's cool. So that was really cool. But yeah, I mean, you guys shoot it up. Do you want to talk Venom? It's up to you. I mean, we're at 2:10, got 20 minutes. It's up to you guys what you want to cover for the rest of this. I read Seven Secrets.
Cool.
That was good. It's still moving.
Yeah, Seven Secrets was really, really good.
Yeah, I'm a little confused as to the relationship between the lady who's mother to Amon. Like right now, I'd probably kick her in the face and get her out of the situation in the comic, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, she's the leader.
I know,
They
but
all
isn't
have
it
to
a
look
little
after her.
weird? Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be like, I don't know if you're welcome in here, like in this new hideout? I mean, so I'm just trying to suss her out and see where she's going. Like, I can't tell if she's a good or a bad person, or if she was like, I can't tell. Like, she seems like a good person, but she didn't want her son to die.
I think I think that was probably
Yeah,
it.
like, she's just like, let me save my son, So that's fine. I get that. So I'm cool with it. I really like the art. It's super anime, man. It's almost like
it
real
really
good.
is.
It's a blend of anime and just colors and awesome, So
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, Venom was cool. It dealt with the immediate aftermath of King in Black.
Okay, so this is the
Which
first
was-
tie-in then. Like this is the first tie-ins and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Still written by Donny Cates, so it's still
Right.
like yeah.
Same style and everything.
It maintains the quality of the main event, so I would recommend.
I love it. It's still really falling through. And art by Ivan Coelho.
That was a funny pun.
What did I do?
You said the word falling, but then you interrupted yourself, so you didn't get to finish saying what you're saying.
That's funny.
Because shoots in falling, and you said falling, so.
Oh,
It's-
Shawnee, you're so dry. You're dry
Yeah, that's
humor.
what she
Go on. I forget who was talking.
I'm still
to be
really
honest
enjoying
with
this. I'm happy that he has not. No worries. I'm happy that this is still going on. I'm happy that Donny Cates is still invested in this. I'm happy that this is not losing steam. I actually was really expecting this to fall off because this is a really big aspirational thing to do with King in Black, but I'm still really enjoying this. I'm actually even a little curious about picking up some of the tie-ins, and I do not do that for big events at all.
Doesn't he seem like he's
Depends who's writing
touching?
it for me.
He's.
Fair.
Doesn't it seem like he's taking well-known things and finally touching a topic that hasn't been touched? You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
so I think it's fresh for him too, where he's like, I'm not even doing an event like this. Shit has been leaned on for so long and nobody's talked about
Exactly.
it. He's like, I'm making it fucking happen. That's pretty cool.
He has confirmed on Twitter that he is going to explain how the hell did the symbiote end up on Galactus's ship in issue 8 of Secret Wars? Why did
I
that
was about to
happen?
mention this.
Oh, good. Yeah. I mean, he very clearly has said, I love Venom. He said, I wanted to make this because I wanted to pull him out from Spider-Man's shadow. I wanted to tell a Venom story without it being like,
Yeah.
I
want him out of
Venom, I hate Spider-Man.
Yeah, I want him out of the shadow too, because that's why I don't really like. I think Venom's like overhyped because of that Venom. Like I'm like,
Absolutely.
it gets stale.
I would like to also recommend
and-
people to listen to Donny Cates' interviews with Ryan Stegman on the Stegman and His Amazing Friends podcast because
Stop
it's
advertising other podcasts.
Oh,
Advertising.
well.
because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Donny Cates, I love you.
Come on the show, buddy. I'll treat you real nice.
I'm just gonna recommend to everybody should be reading this. It's not like I'm reading this and going, this is better than Bendis's run on Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm just really enjoying this. I really like what he's doing with it. I'm curious how far he's going to go with it. And it's a really fun ride. And it's a little bit more than just fun for me. And I think that speaks a lot to me personally.
Dude, I've read some Donny Cates shit, and it is a fucking awesome, dude. Like, he is
Seriously.
one of the most.
You need to get on this.
Well, I'm gonna read I have King in Black 1 at least. I'll wait for the second
Read
one to
Venom.
come out.
Read Venom.
Yeah, I'll see. Listen, I'm gonna read them eventually. I just feel like I've missed my boat, and I'm like, oh, I'll wait for my hardcover. But
I bought a few months ago.
I know. That being said, I've only read a few Donny things, and I'd still put him as, if I had to put all my chips on a comic writer right now, it'd be Donny Cates. Like, I would invest all my money in, and my stock would soar.
Speaking of Donny, I said to Dave the other day about doing a bonus on God Country, because Donny said if there's one thing you need to read before crossover, it's God Country.
Sure.
And
so you guys want to jump in on that? We haven't set a date to do it. But
maybe in 2 weeks,
I'm going to reread it.
I'm trying to power through. I'm almost done the main run of Ultimate Spider-Man, and then it goes into like the new, like, I think it goes into like 4 trades of just like leading up to the death of Spider-Man. So I'm getting there. I'm like 6 trades out from finishing this shit. It's really good. I like it. Let's see.
Venom's dope. Donny Cates great. He also said on Twitter,
is that not the sword in crossover? The God Country sword?
It is.
No, I think that's like one of the big hints, isn't it? That is the sword. Yeah.
Wait, where's the sword?
To the
in
left
issue 1.
when they introduce issue 2, and to the left when they introduce Director Pendleton.
I thought it was also in issue 1.
Maybe, but it's in his office, right? In this
oh shit, that is a sword from crossover. Yeah, you're right.
That's cool.
I did not see that. What was the sword called? I've got God Country here somewhere.
I'm actually in a bidding war right now for the entire run, for the entire lot.
I've got issue 1.
Of what?
God Country.
God Country.
Oh, God Country. Okay. Yeah, I just bought
the sword's name, because of course it had a name, was Valovax.
Yeah. What was that, buddy?
The sword name gives it power.
Yeah.
The sword's name gives it power.
Did anyone else read that other... Go on.
I was just going to say read Baby Teeth.
It's on the list.
Okay.
Did anyone here read what was the Donny Cates issue he released on Panel Syndicate? The one you
feed, yeah.
The one they feed.
I'm waiting for it to come out physical so I can buy it. I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that when that drops.
Same.
Because that had a reference to God Country in it, because the main character gets a sword and it named sword, and it's like, it had a name because of course it had a name.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
It's just like a funny little,
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you take, if you're working with the same exact team, why wouldn't you include that in your next comic?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's almost like he prepped that.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
No. If you guys want to jump on the God Country episode and we do it, we'll work out a date.
I'm just saying, I'll read anything Donny Cates, like, when it's collected.
Amen.
But like, yeah, I think he's amazing. His style is literally everything. When you read that cosmic run, like all those cosmic things, holy shit, the way the Thanos run ends, it's amazing. Like, it's just so cool. I was just blown away. Cosmic Ghost Rider was such a cool concept. It was so perfectly like executed. I feel like it made you feel like, it made you accept the character, whereas like you're like, oh, what the fuck is this, a superpower overpowered? And you're like, nah, just based on the story, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally accept these chain of events to where this has led, how this has led to him. It's cool. So, oh yeah. Anybody have anything else they want to shout out? It looks like on the list.
I mean, I really enjoyed the Firepower. I don't know if anybody else. Oh no, wait, that was last week.
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah. God, catch up, Ty. Was there anything else this week?
Yeah. So am I the only one reading Origins?
I read issue 1 and I was going to read issue 2, but just fell asleep when I got home from work today and didn't get around to it.
Yeah.
I will catch up for issue 3.
Yeah.
Did we cover Batman?
Issue.
Which, that was last week.
I thought Batman was this week.
Batman's every week.
Yeah, right. Pretty much.
It wasn't
did
this
I pick
week,
up Detective Comics then?
Oh, I picked up Detective Comics with
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
Too much Batman.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It was good.
It was enjoyable. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't I say it was atypical Batman, and I'm okay with that. That was like it was like archetypal Batman, and I'm cool with that.
We finally got Damian and Bruce working together again, which was nice.
Dun dun dun. All right, hell yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the weirdness of Origins issue 1, so I will catch up for issue 3.
Let's do pick of the weeks. We'll do that and then we'll wrap up because we are like right on the money.
I'll just mention one last thing to mention. Endless Winter is still really fun and enjoyable. I recommend it.
Really?
It's an action event. It's got some cool ideas in there. It's like the main threat was like battled like centuries ago by like Hippolyta, Black Adam, and someone else, and Swamp Thing. So you've got like the like sort of original Justice League, so to speak, and it's just really fun. And yeah, if you're looking for something to read, that's just sort of
is
an
that
easy
a
read,
10 issue?
Recommend it.
Why do I think
Yeah,
that's a 10 issue? Yeah.
maybe 9.
Okay, maybe 9. Okay, cool. No, I think DC got shafted on the way they're doing things, and they just kind of off-put themselves to where people are like, it's like an event that people are probably going to miss, but it's probably going to be good, you know? Of course it is.
I saw someone point out the timeline on Reddit, and they were like, Death Metal got pushed back 2 months because of COVID. So that would have Death Metal would have been finished in November, and then you'd have Endless Winter in December,
right? So
and then Future State in January. So it wouldn't overlap as much,
right?
But
so it's just the way the way it
the world got fucked. So Endless Winter suffered.
Okay,
it's a tragedy.
Pick of the weeks. I'll make it easy. Crossover.
Yeah,
that was a good issue. I liked it. I want to know who's behind the fail. Like, is it Manhattan? All right, because if it's fucking Manhattan, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
that would also be...
Alan Moore is gonna scream if it's Manhattan.
Yeah, I think Donnie's okay with that though. Let's make him scream. Fuck him.
Crossover was very good, but Dick and Babs didn't get married in that, so it's got to be Death Metal Last Stories of DCU.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm still pro Babs Fire for progressive, storytelling, but that's just me.
It's an interspecies relationship. That is disgusting.
Yeah, I was down for a menage. I was down for a menage with Beast Boy.
Man, you must really hate Star Wars, the OG show with Captain Kirk getting it on with all sorts of alien women.
Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek.
Moved to Alabama.
Did I say Star Wars?
Yeah, that's all right. We've been talking so much Star Wars. Yeah, crossover for me. Okay, what about you, Ty? What was it? What do you got?
I'm torn between Crossover 2 and you're gonna hate me. Amazing Spider-Man issue 55.
I heard it's been getting decent.
So it's weird because for so long I've been really tired of Nick Spencer just taking forever to do this, but he really does acknowledge the superhero comic gimmickiness of the Spider-Man universe.
Right.
And I feel like this is at least acknowledging the stupidity of the comic book history, but also recognizing that that's okay and it's something that you can have fun with.
Sure.
And also Mark Bagley's on art doing it right now, and it's making me want to keep reading it and see where it goes, which is more than I can say about 20 issues ago.
So that cover is great with the eyes.
Really good.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to all of the 2021 stuff. Can you send it in the chat,
boy? Let me see this.
Yeah, give me a second.
I'm enjoying it. I actually do want to see what his plans are. I want to see them come to fruition. I want to know what the fallout of this is going to be, because it's really hinting at a lot of recognition about making the deal with the devil and making Mary Jane no longer be his wife, making Aunt May, come back from the dead after being killed by an assassin from Kingpin. But the problem is sometimes Marvel will do this thing where they're like, we're going to hint at touching on all of these things that happened in the Marvel universe, and we know it's going to piss everybody off because we're not going to actually fucking deal with it. Like in that issue of, Jessica Jones with Bendis, where they oh yeah, we recognize that the universe fell to pieces and we don't know why, but we're not going to touch on it whatsoever. Thanks, Marvel.
Trying to get away from
breathe.
Did you post that in the chat, Shawnee, with the eyes?
I will do in a second.
Okay.
Yeah. I totally believe in you, Tad Cooper.
Oh man, I just had one thought on that. I just don't remember what. Real quick, Spider-Man, Spider-Universe, Spider-Man 3. Do we think that Aunt May from Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, is the Aunt May from the Spider-Verse who goes and helps Miles find Peter's stuff? Like the lady who plays Martha in BVS.
Why did you say that name?
Yeah.
Why did you say that name?
Why did you say that name? Yeah, I can't remember her name, but she's a really good actress and she deserves her name known. But she plays Aunt May in the Amazing Spider-Man.
BVS.
Huh?
Oh, the Flying Nun.
That's not the same actress.
No, it's not that Flying Nun.
Oh, she didn't play she didn't play in.
It was
man.
Sally Barker, wasn't it?
Damn, man. Oh, right. Okay. Fuck.
Sally Field.
Do you think she's gonna come back?
Field
Do you
was in
think
Amazing
she's?
Spider-Man 2.
Do you think she's
Yeah.
gonna come back?
And one.
Yeah, and one. Like she's in the Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah. Do you think she'll make a comeback and be that Spider-Man, that mom who has all the stuff? For some reason,
She's way too talented.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it was Lily Tomlin in Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't want them to just redo Spider-Verse. I don't
No,
want
no,
them to have
Mike.
that army
No,
that's
but
But my question is if Aunt
different,
May's
but same.
yeah, same but
Same but different.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. Cool. Let me go over some
It's
social
kinda
media.
like 22 Jump Street. Do the same thing.
Wait, just same but different, but still same. Wait, that wasn't 22 Jump Street. That was The Interview, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's why I did the whole different but same.
Yeah.
But also 22 Jump Street, where they're like, do the same thing. Just 22 Jump Street was really great about doing a sequel.
Yeah. I
Dude,
really liked
within
it.
the first 15 minutes, my abs, I had thought I had like broken my stomach. I had laughed so hard. I don't know what happened. I died in the very beginning. It was hilarious.
Just a quick question. All these castings we've had for Spider-Man 3, have we actually had confirmation Tom Holland's in it?
Okay, so I was originally my original
confirmation that Zendaya was in it.
my OG prediction was that this was going to be a Sinister Six movie that actually took place through the view of the Sinister Six gathering, and then the last 30 minutes is a Spider-Man movie where it switches
have a big enough
lenses.
scheme for Spider-Man to take them on, so you get all the other Spider-Man.
I'm kind of upset by that. Can I be fair with that? I really like when it's 1 versus 6. Like meaning like I like when it's one versus a group. I like seeing like
maybe
one.
It will be at one point. He's
Yeah.
gonna get his
It's not going to be 1 versus
And then,
6.
like,
We've got at
3
least 3v6.
Then like 3 Spider-Man.
well,
Yeah, a
one
little.
point it could be,
Yeah, that
like-
would be cool. That would be cool. It's like one of the biggest thing I think why Infinity War was better than Endgame was literally the fight that Thanos had with Iron Man and Doctor Strange was one of the most
Mhm.
fucking OP
Oh, yeah.
fights ever. It was just men fighting each other
man.
with powers.
Yeah, that was
you know?
really great.
So I just like that.
I
I
gotta
want
go back and watch it now.
I know it's so
What
good.
are you guys' title predictions for Spider-Man 3? Because it's got to have home in the
people
title.
People have no, somebody said it and it was homesick or something.
That would be good. Boss Logic posted a
Boss Logic did
poster
one
made
too.
over-
Okay. I think
and
it's
it
going to
was
be something
home by
Empire.
6.
Empire City.
No, it has to have home in
No,
it.
it's got
It has to have home in
Home.
it. It was homesick and it was like
Boss Logic is home by 6 because
Yeah,
Sinister
huh.
6.
that. Yeah, I mean that's yeah.
It just sounds like a television movie.
It
at that
does.
point.
It sounds way too much like 9 to 5. You know, you're like what the fuck?
that's TGIF.
We've got the multiverse story. Then we've also got like him dealing with
I definitely think Tom Holland won't be. I definitely think he'll feel like a cameo, and I definitely feel like I think it was asked in our chat before. This is all done because of the deal that they struck. Sony worked. They worked him over. They won. Sony but beat Disney in this deal.
John Watts only wanted Scorpion and Kraven as the bad guys in this movie.
Yeah.
So I'm just that would be cool. And but I'm just saying at the end of the day, this is all in reference to take Spider-Man out of the MCU eventually and bring him over to Sony to run laps on Sony. No, I mean that's what's happening. There's no doubt that's what's happening. I'm telling you, like right now, like Sony's working over their magic on Disney. That's what
everyone involved got a big boop on the nose.
Well, that's true too. The best compromises are when nobody, gets what they want.
So the reason why I said I disagree is just because I really don't. I think that there's going to be
obviously Sony wants to keep full control over it, obviously, and I'm sure that they want to make more Spider-Man movies. But I feel like what's going to happen is
More
this
movies of
isn't going to be
Spider-Man.
let's send Spider-Man over to Sony into the Sonyverse. Let's have all of the Sony films be a part of the MCU, so Sony can be a part of it, and then that's the deal that they made. I feel like that's how their workaround is
Feige's not no Feige would never share any of his MCU with any of Sony ever. He's so fucking mad right now. He's been on interview talking about this fucking deal and how pissed he is.
I think Spider-Man being thrown into the multiverse is going to lead to him leaving the MCU
Yes,
and going into the
and
Sonyverse.
yes, that's what will happen. That's exactly what I just said. That's what their deal
All
is.
right.
That's what they're doing.
I
And
gotta
it's-
hop off.
all right.
You guys can take it
No,
home.
No,
from here.
we're done.
Yeah.
We're done. It's
We'll
done.
wrap up now.
Let's
Yeah,
let
we're
me
gonna wrap up anyways.
let me do the socials real quick. As always,
Yeah,
you
do
can
the
find
socials
us.
really quick, and we'll wrap up. We gotta go. Come on, it's 2:30.
Yeah,
We gotta go.
yeah, no, it's
Dinner
fine.
time.
It's literally we just hit 2 hours 30 minutes. We're beyond the source wall. We're a podcast talking all things comic related. If you're new, we talk weekly reads, deep dives, backlogs, reviews, solicitation, news, etc. You know, anything in the comic universe we talk. And let's see, we'll shout out the socials real quick. Twitter, we're SW Comics. Instagram, Reddit, Twitch, Patreon, we are Sourcewall Comics. If you are so inclined to give us $1, as Sean would say, on Patreon, that'd be great. You can join our Discord chat.
Now.
Also, DM us if you feel like talking comics on the show. You can join in, and we can speak on any of the ongoings that we're reading. One of the weeklies. That being said, let's go around the room and just shout everybody out. Crave, I know you don't like to give away too much, reveal too much about yourself.
It's totally cool. You guys can, find me.
Yo, that was OG. Oh, I praised that. That was dope. That was fucking dope. That's how you leave. All right, Sean, do you want to shout out your stuff?
Yeah, Twitter. I don't have a badass thing like that still. I don't have a mic drop, but yeah, Twitter, Instagram, Sean Walsh 747.
That is too funny, man.
He just messaged chat calling us suckers.
Yeah, that was great. He played me. And Ty, do you want to shout out your stuff?
Damn, it must feel good to be a gangster.
I know. He comes in and pulls
I wish I was that cool.
Yeah, shenanigans.
You can find me on Twitter. It's going to be Talking About Comics. That's talking with no G, about with no A, and comics with an X at the end. That's on Twitter. You can also find me on TikTok. It's going to be Tyler Brown is here. And you can't find Julia on any social media because I don't think she's cute enough for that.
Yeah, it's not appropriate for doggies. She
gets shy. Her little feetsy shit.
Yeah. Sean, you want to shout out your stuff, Shawnee? Did I already go to you? Yeah. Well, Crave pulled moves. All right. He put me in a twist. All right. You can find me at Fleece Fist on Instagram and Twitch. All right. Let's say goodbye.
There is
Bye.
something I wanted to ask really quick.
Go
Actually,
on.
as we're signing off.
Go ahead.
We had a little bit of a discussion about this, but I wanted to ask you: are we confirming streams?
Yeah. We're streaming. Yeah, we're streaming.
Cool.
We're going to try to find a way. We need to find a way to start reaching out and promoting. So I'm going to look into that next. We're going to promote people. We want you to come talk comics with us. So we'll get you here
Stay
whether
tuned
you like it or not.
And next Thursday, we are going to be doing a comic award episode where we're going to be discussing our favorite writers, artists, series of the year.
This is almost like the video game awards that just happened. We're going to try to pull off the comic awards and
Better and bigger.
Yeah, bigger. Yeah, Jeff Keighley. Yeah, I need that Jeff Keighley money. Yeah, but all right, cool. Tune in Thursday, and then as usual, Sundays we do the podcast. Bye. Catch y'all later.
Big pubs is.